Just waiting on Clive. Welcome to the show. Who are you trying to... God damn it. What is going on with this thing? You done? You good? You done? Good. Yeah. Something's wrong. What's wrong? What's wrong? What you doing? We're gonna have to start this shit. You good? You good? Alright. Good grief. Yeah, this is gonna be under... What the fuck? Hold on. Now, let's see if it'll stop screwing up, and then maybe we can goddamn get started, because now the song, you're just gonna have to watch me sing this shit now. Oh, well. Yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. So yeah, you're gonna watch me sing this motherfucker. What's up? Oh, don't try and make you crazy with this, eh? Don't you know I'm doggo? Oh, wow, what the fuck? Alright, this thing is, hold up, what? No, yeah.
Some reason the reverb keeps just changing itself. That's weird. What's up, everybody? As usual, we are experiencing technical difficulties, so that's how you know you're here. I ain't gonna touch that for a second. We'll see if the reverb stops screwing up, and I guess we'll just have to do the song live. Well, live. You know, you're just gonna have to watch me do it, because I'm sure you're all here just, you know, for the fucking singing. I waited 7 seconds before I started cussing. All right, I ain't gonna touch nothing, but we're gonna try this again. Good luck, everybody.
We good? We're good? Think we're good? Alright. Alright, let's try this shit again. No way!
I wonder if it has something to do with the pitch. Like, I can wiggle the key, nothing happens. You know, I think we're just gonna have to, we'll just have to deal with this, just kind of see how this goes. We may not get to the song today. Anyway, so we'll maybe try that again next week, because I may be fighting with the reverb the entire time. Probably needs a good power cycle. So anyway, we'll just get it started. We'll sing our copyrighted song next week. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I see that just kind of went all to shit all at once, but like I said, it's technical difficulty show. That's kind of what we do here. Welcome, everybody who has shown up and has stuck through it for the past couple minutes as I deal with derp. I think I spilled coffee on my t-shirt. No coffee there. Just some capsaicin and a Christmas tree. What is going on, everybody? So, I ain't going to touch the machine, the mixer. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. So, I guess let's do a toast, everybody. What's up? Welcome to the show. Thanks for hanging out. Cheers. I think the mixer needs more caffeine, maybe. Yes, Garwood user, this is a hot shirt. Most people assume that it is a THC molecule, but no, that is capsaicin. It's what puts the spicy in spicy. All right, well, we're going to be running right up to our the fire thing here in a couple of minutes. Do I play Starfield? I do not play Starfield. Whenever I hear a good review, I will jump into it, but I've heard too much of it not being a Bethesda gripping game like Fallout universe and Skyrim, Oblivion, Elder Scrolls, all that, that universe. I've heard it's just so weak. And like, from what I understand, you just kind of get bored of going from empty planet to empty planet to empty planet. So not yet, but I know I'm sure it has a lot of development in its future. So when it picks up a little bit, then I will probably get it. There, Jean-Robert Nigard, I think. So, all right. Hey, what's up, Rob? Cheers, everyone. Web Devi. Starfield is so bad, I tried to play it. It was worse than Mass Effect Syndrome. Yeah, I've heard about the same thing. What's up, goofballs? Hey, real quick, a little straighten out thing before we get to the VertoThermoWhoofle. So, apparently last week, right at 7 o'clock, when I was actually toasting the Gaggle of Goofballs, the channel membership thing, apparently that was right when, I'm guessing, someone bloody random's renewal ticked, because it popped up on the stream, like on the YouTube feed, but not in text chat. So I think the renewals pop up in stream. So that's weird, and I don't think you can turn it off or differentiate it in stream elements, but I'll look into it. But that was kind of weird, because it almost looked like I missed a membership, but it looked like a renewal. So if I don't see the renewals, I'm not going to know to like thank for the re-up, as it were. But just want to throw that out there. Let's see here. All right, well, let's get ready for a VertoThermoWhoofle with our custom P2 Pro. I got a bunch of neat stuff on Black Friday as well we can poke about with. Wow, that dot is like shwam. What's up, Mr. Warwick 15? Thank you for the £2. Hold on, let's see, what are we going for? I'm gonna say 251. Stream Elements converts the poundage to, hold on, let me flip it back so we can see it. Stream Elements converts like pounds into American, and I try to guess the conversion rate because it is wildly all over the place. So let's give this just a second. And if you haven't seen my woofler, that's my over-engineered one. It's got like dried soap and stuff in it. I gotta rinse it off, and then we'll come on. Woof. I don't have. No, I do have Stream Elements on the Woofle cam. Okay. Well, let's go back to that then. See if it pops up. If it pops up and I'm not watching, let me know what it came up as. Alright, so here's a ThermoWhoofle. There it is. Wow, 212. Woo, it was 254 on Wednesday. Woofle. There was a recalibration. There's Freddy in the bottom left, hanging out. That's Freddy the face hugger. if you've never met him before. Woofle. And the bright dot in the bottom of the screen is one of my other cameras. And number 3. I always do 3 woofles just in case we miss one during a recalibration event. Alright. Thank you, Mike Carl. Welcome to the channel. We get groovy here sometimes. And yeah, that little circle that's kind of bottom left of center, you see that round dot? That we have figured out is a component that is overheating inside the camera, because the camera was not designed to be plugged in for hours and hours at a time. Oh, and there's another one developing at the top. So I think we're just slowly cooking this camera, so I will likely, I guess we'll just wait till it cooks itself, and then I'll get a replacement, and I will, like, put a cooling fan on it or something. Ah, coffee, coffee, coffee. All right, we're going to go ahead and flip back. Hang on. Oh, I am going to try a warranty claim, garbled user. I take full 100% responsibility on that. Like, these are not meant to sit on top of a hot-ass 4K monitor for hours at a time, just idling away. So, ain't even going to bother with that one. I considered it. I was like, I wonder, but nah, I can't. Like, that's not cool. Like, if something weird had happened, like it had just stopped working, maybe, but yeah. Can you turn it off in between uses? I could, but then I'd have to, like, move. And at this point, I'm genuinely curious to see what it does to itself. If I need to get another one, then I'll, you know, when I do, I'll set up something different. I may put a tiny, well, one mounted off of the monitor and put, like, maybe a little tiny, like 40mm fan, like way under, just enough to move air, but not like actively cool it per se. If you know what I'm saying there. Where is my big chat screen? There's the big chat screen. And that's there, that's there. Let's see what we got. If you're new here, we got our CatCam low. Behind, through the plasma ball, you can see the treats, or I'm sorry, the, Christ, I hope you didn't hear me. You can see the Gooshy food waiting in the cones. At 7 o'clock, we feed them right in front of the camera, and you get to watch cats do cat stuff. And I generally keep an eye on the camera. In case somebody's doing something cool, we'll flip over to it. That was that was euros, not pound. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I gotta watch that. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Every time I see, yeah, that's right. I forgot that is the symbol for euro. So that might be the discrepancy that I've seen so much of. Good call. Good call. Mr. Warwick, you have very astute eyes. Mr. Warwick has seen one of the new toys that I got on Black Friday. These are Bear Dynamic, yeah, DT770 Pro, the mobile version, because the mixer is a mobile, considered a mobile mixer over 32 ohm impedance, and they sound fucking amazing. I was originally going to get open. We had talked, you know, I was going to get the open back headphones. Then I started thinking about it when I'm gaming, like on Wednesdays and just in general. If I got my headphones on, I want to be more immersed in the sounds. So I went with these instead. And they're normally like $170, and they were on Black Friday sale for $105. I was like, shit, all right, yeah, that sounds good. And they sound like, just the headphone cord is like amazingly thick and like stout. It's the first time I've had a plug. Here, I'll just unplug it. because, you know, like it's the first time I've had a plug that you see the threads. That's for threading on the 1/4-inch adapter so that thing doesn't accidentally fall off. And then I also got a 90-degree adapter so that it, you know, it sticks tight to the mixer and doesn't kind of get in the way. Pretty good bass, Clive. Pretty good. I've listened on here, listened on that, and it's very, like, now, now I truly understand what they mean by balanced audio. Like the Razors I had, like the ones you're used to seeing, they were pretty good. They were pretty good over the phone headphones. But these, I've never heard anything like this in my head before. Like the bass, like you can get that. I'm hearing highs that I haven't heard in songs before, as well as the bass that can still, I don't know, like these the sound quality is great, and this is like low end, high end. Like I understand like Bear Dynamic is high end stuff, but this is like the low end of high end. But I can't imagine how much better like the good ones, the really good ones in sound, because it's very balanced. Everything across, nothing dominates anything. It's just fucking good. Like I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that's freaking great. So what do you play? Asked Jean-Robert Negard. Let's see. I just did a 12-hour Half-Life 2 stream. And then on a Sunday, or was it, or no, Friday, and then the next Wednesday, I finished it with another 5.5 hours. December 10th, I'm doing like probably 6-7 hour Doom stream, because it's Doom 30th anniversary. I just bought Lethal Company. I'm gonna get some of the fellas from work and on here together. We're probably gonna try to do a stream in like a week and a half on a Wednesday, and then I do Legos and shit on Wednesdays. So like this on Saturday, and like video games and Lego stuff on Wednesdays. Though we probably will have a video game stream one Saturday night, so that Brandon VRT, you know, the guy that covers so I can make sure I can do my streams, he would love to jump in. So we'll probably do a Saturday night stream where he can jump in with us, since he won't be covering for me like he does on Wednesdays for the holidays, you know, during the holiday season anyway. I got the Stream Deck. I did end up getting the Stream Deck. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was. As you can see, I don't really have much on it. But the little indicator's working. Apparently that's how many people are watching right now. It was really frustrating last night because all the little plugins and services were all broke. Like, I went to go set up Spotify, their developers' website was broken. The YouTube thing wasn't working right. Now it is, magically. And in OBS Studio, it's not real clear how transitions originally worked. Good evening, Scruff and gang. Oh, you got snow in Liverpool, Paul Norman. Thank you very much. 3, so the pounds are a little bit more, so we'll go 390? 391 American when it pops up. And thank you. I would love, like, we had flurries last week coming into work, and apparently Western Maryland. That way. Got a bunch of snow. But it's 5:55. I'm gonna take a hit for 5:55. Cheers. This is berry gelato live resin extract. 365. Okay, so the pound has gone down again. Again. What the fuck poll did I want to do? Where is that? I think that's in my other show notes. Hold on. Oh, it's got to go over there. Everybody Loves Donuts. That'll be sung one of these days. If you've never heard the song Everybody Loves Donuts, that means you didn't play the game. Shit, what game was that in on Xbox 360 with the stretchy dude? Kind of looked like Poppy Playland or Poppy Playtime. I didn't write it down. Oh, there it was. That's the poll we wanted. Here's a fun poll for everyone. I thought of this today as I was doing it. So obviously my answer would be yes. Yeah, I don't really think we need anything other than a yes or no here. So do you pee in the shower? I do. I don't see a problem with it. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, it may actually be cleaner because it immediately goes down and it's not splashing up per se. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Jack Attack got a blank poll again. That's been happening to a couple people here and there. That happened, I think it was one of the Clive streams or something. Yes is on top of up. Okay, it looks like we got a lot of people that pee in the shower. Like, I don't understand those who... I'll say I don't understand. I don't know. Like, it's... I guess to each their own. It's a bug in the YouTube apps. Peeing in the shower? Yeah, there's someone bloody random. I was just talking about you. Were you here when I was saying about your renewal thing? Like, did your your membership renewal, did that tick last Saturday at 7 p.m.? Is that what that was? Because I saw it when I watched back, I saw it pop up on the feed, but not in the chat. Okay, yeah. That was interesting. I got kind of went back and I went, whoa, 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 did I miss something? But I was like, no, they've been here, they've been hanging. So, all right, cool. So I'll just try to keep an eye out for things like that. So peeing and wow, there's a lot of. Okay, we'll let that sit. We'll let that sit and marinate for a moment. Under the super chat button, we can send a highlighted message on renewal. We pick it when it happens. Yes, I have that enabled. Like, apparently you get like a special woohoo, like it's free super chatty thing. Yeah, I went ahead and I let that on. Like, that's cool. There you go. Yeah. Well, I didn't see that pop up in chat, just in the thing that pops up over here. But yeah, I've seen those though as well. There's a lot of weird checkboxes and stuff you can turn on for all these little tiny features. It's kind of neat. I try to leave most of them on just so we can have a good time. 6 p.m. Let's see. That would be a toast. Oh yeah, where's my... Then after that, I didn't really... I feel like I missed a lot of news this week because I was paying attention to like more politically stuff, which I usually don't. But the fact that that dumbass Santos got fucking expelled from Congress is like fucking about goddamn time somebody had to take some responsibility for being an idiot in the government. I watched that shit live happen and just like, oh shit. Someone seems a little angry. No, not Santa. Is it George Santos? That's his name? George Santos, that dude that has basically faked his entire life to get into the government. And then just like Trump, when you do all your lies and your lies, once you get into government and everyone's looking, they get to see all that shit. George Douche Santos, yeah. Santos Claus. What's up, Maurice? So I was, Scramshaw, I was getting YouTube Ackerblad and used messages with Firefox. I installed Brave and now I'm not getting those messages in Firefox. I think I know Brave has like VPN shit built into it. So I know sometimes it can kind of dick with your network stuff. I wonder if it sorted something out or something. Because I use Brave. Well, I have YouTube Premiere, but I use Brave and Pi-hole and Unbound DNS. I have my own, your own personal DNS server. Just to skip the trackers. And I do get a lot of those. You're using an ad blocker. No, I'm using something way better than that, but let's just skip past that. But yeah, that Stream Deck, I was getting ready to talk about that. That's yeah, like everything I tried to set up last night was broke. I got it mostly for scene transitions, so that I can learn the buttons and like not have to look around and click and all that. I'll just be able to learn the buttons and click them. It's not documented like very well that you pick your scene and then you hit the transition button. But then you can do like a multi-command buttons apparently, where you can do that and then have a slight delay and then it'll actually do the transition. So apparently my frustration last night was just a combination of not understanding and a combination of Spotify's website, developer website, just being broke. And I was able to actually confirm that because I went on the Spotify forums, and apparently a couple other people were having the same issue. So I'll have to check that again tonight. MK says, I think Brave's VPN is off. It is off by default, but I wonder what if it goes in and like a lot of I've seen various pieces of software that as long as they're installed, they will install a software like I guess you call it a bridge for the VPN in your network settings. They just won't turn it on, but it's there like ready. So I don't know if that would be something or not. I'm not quite sure how all that works. I just from what I've observed. I think that's pretty good. That's 79 people. I'll close that in a minute just in case you're joining. There is a poll up of, do you pee in the shower? Randomly thought of it today while I was taking a shower and peeing. Figured I'd throw it out there. Oh, and if you look carefully right there, that little dot under the green bowl that's Orihime. She's watching. That's her little snout. I like peeing off of high cliffs, says Jean Robert. I have peed off a couple of high cliffs. And luckily the wind was going the correct direction. I can only imagine if I would have been on the other side. Yeah, that is a thing. One time I was actually just sitting on the cliff, like with the feet hanging off, doing everything I could not to freak out. I was basically just testing myself to see if I could get that close to a cliff and not just throw myself off. I guess I didn't. But I remember sitting there, I went, you know what? This isn't a bad way to pee, and just kind of sat and arced it and, kind of like did the curveball and then pee missed. But yeah, it was hundreds of feet down, and there was, as far as I could tell, there wasn't anybody down there. But sometimes it just rains in the middle of the day. Have I seen the cardboard drones that Ukraine have been using with GoPros for reconnaissance? They fold from a flat sheet or held together with rubber bands. I've heard of them, but I haven't seen them. I'll have to look that up. Pointmatic peed off a ski lift to make some yellow snow. So that was an even split there. Well, yeah, 75, so 3/4 of us pee in the shower. No problems. For that other 24, 25%, it's all good. Do what you're comfortable with. I've peed off of all kinds of stuff, yeah. Peed onto all kinds of stuff too, Christ. For those on the app, clear cache to see the polls, says Chipmunk. The cache is getting stuffy in the memory there. Orihime, named after the Bleach character. Yes, Web Debbie. She's a red corn snake. So I used to watch Bleach. I forget when I trailed off. I feel like it was around 300 or something, or that could be totally wrong. I don't know. It was pretty far into it. before I finally, like, life happened and suddenly I wasn't watching it. Okay, so the reverb setting hasn't screwed itself up. So I'm gonna twist the pitch knob and see if the reverb starts screwing up. Because that's the only thing I haven't done. So, now wait, is that pitch even working? Hello? That's weird. Alright, so the mixer has all kinds of issues. Because now the pitch knob isn't working. It must need a good power cycle or something. Oh well, I ain't gonna mess with it. Touching knob on stream. Yeah, I don't know what the... That's weird. I wonder if anything else is not working. Let's see, does this work? Whoop, 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 whoop. That works. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's my test boop. It's on one of my buttons. The pitch isn't working. Is that a wet dry thing? Not that. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. We had an audience member urinate on other audience members during a show. It was a new and unexpected thing. That sounds like something that's probably happened a million times at every like fucking baseball and football stadium in America. We get a special kind of stupid when we get drunk at sporting events. Good Lord. I'm gonna have some coffee. News, like I don't really have a whole lot for news stuff this week. Oh, well, while Clive's here, he brought up, when he was talking about the Dremel that he had, for some reason, it smacked me in the face of stupid things that you've done with power tools. So I was working out in Indianapolis and I had my Dremel. Like, I don't know which one. Like, it was one of the bigger, like the mid-size one Dremel. And I had been watching a lot of restoration videos, as you do. And, I was both drunk, high, and I think that was back when I had a little bit of coke thing going on when I did, like, I was just fucking wasted. So I got the bright idea to get a polishing wheel and Colgate toothpaste and a Dremel. And I sat there with a mirror and tried to polish my teeth like they were a fucking brass pot with Colgate toothpaste and a cloth polishing wheel at like 10,000 RPM. That was fucking funny. I don't know how I didn't just tear everything up, but it didn't work. And I didn't fuck anything up. But it was fucking hilarious. And I'm sitting there going, this isn't even working. What the fuck? Dumb shit you do with power tools. So by all means, if you would like to leave something in chat to share, or if you're watching this later, leave a comment. Share some of the dumbest shit you've done with a power tool. I would love to hear it. What's up, Squeak? Yeah, you know, like, even at the time I was like, this probably won't work, but I mean, I figured I'd be pleasantly surprised if it did. Redneck Atheist says, I've had an arc flash while running an angle grinder. Oh, what, like, did you cut into high voltage wire? Is that what you're saying? I've done that. I've welded myself. I've had like 100 amps, 28 volts go across from hand to hand. That was fun. DJ Bones, the Colgate kit, yeah. Garbled user, I made a vibrator for my ex from a mouse vibrator sander. Nice. There you go. Craig Matthews, dumbest shit I've done. I launched a church key at Mach 2 across my shop because I forgot to take it out. And that was careless, not stupid. Either way, it sounded like it could have been a fun time. It could have been a fun time. Gums steaming away. Nope, just build up in the grind. Oh, just build up in the grinder, arced over in the grind. Oh boy, yeah, that'll let you know what's going on. Electron box. I picked up a belt sander with a 40 grit belt and nearly degloved some fingers when it started unexpectedly. Bad times, and yes, there was blood. I imagine one of my my number, I guess we'll call him my number 3 at work. His father is a forklift technician as well, an independent, like he owns his own company. Like he sent his son to Eastern to basically get trained up, and then apparently we're gonna give him back trained up to work on forklifts or something. But his father had a mast, the center channel of a mast, come down on his finger, and he was partially degloved. Like I've seen the pictures, I was like, oh. Like it was like it looked like an apple peel. It was, woo, that was rough. Does standing on a soldering iron barefoot count? Burnt a bloody car. Yeah, that I mean, that's kind of more of an accident than wanting to do something stupid, but I mean, that's definitely has similar results. Let's see. Church key. Ooh, skipping around. God damn, calm down. Jean Robert, I made a tiny pipe and burn it off and burnt off all my nose hairs while smoking. Oh yeah, I've used a pipe. The dispensary one time was giving away free little glass pipes, and I didn't really think about the fact that, like, you know, I got all this shit going on, and there's this little short pipe. I'll give it a try. Oh, and all you could just smell the burnt hair and all that. I was like, oh, good God. Yeah, that was that's my current pipe is a xenomorph head done in clay that I got from an artist and craftsman from Czechoslovakia. Great bowl. Craig Matthews says I needed a literal crowbar to get it on the wooden stud. Of sheer luck, it didn't hit me. That would have been bad. Yeah, that would have let you know you were awake. Hot brine and pickles. The standard polishing piece used by dentists is a flexible cup on a shaft used with polishing compound. Yeah, I've never actually looked close enough at what they actually have as opposed to a Dremel polishing fucking cloth thing. Whole body degloving is a prize that all politicians should earn. That would be amazing. Franco Walker, I drilled into an empty meth bottle. There must have been a like meth spirits, like alcohol, mentholated alcohol or something like that. And it must have been a spark from the motor, and the plastic bottle blew up. Boom. Used Zap Sparky used. Oh, hold on. This is a Sparky story. This ought to be good. Used a bolt to attach a grinding wheel to my drill. Didn't take long for it to come loose, vibrate the fuck, and then blow itself to pieces. Surprised I didn't end up with a piece in my face. Yeah, I've had a grinding wheel blow off and embed itself in the face shield I was wearing. That's one of those. That's another one of those wake up moments. You're like, oh, that's why we're supposed to wear this fucking thing. Yeah. Chipmunk. Putting the live terminal screw back onto an electrical meter live, and did it 3 times and wondered what the vibraty feeling was. Yeah. Mr. Warwick, when I was an apprentice, I got spun around on top of a stepladder whilst drilling some wood with the wrong type of drill bit and a huge electric motor. Ooh, that reminds me of a story. When I was working out in Indianapolis, they were building a brand new high school. It was west side of Indianapolis. Oh man, just off of like the big beltway, like right around in the middle. They were building a brand new high school out there in, say, like probably 2006, 2007. And in the pool, there was a guy with a hammer drill drilling stuff in the side of the pool on it was like a 12-foot ladder or something. And he was drilling. The thing, he was drilling like this, and the thing caught, hit him in the head, knocked him off the ladder, and he went head first and broke his neck in the bottom of the pool. And then someone else got killed like a couple months later when they were walking out to lunch, and they were at a crosswalk, and there was a guy in a telehandler, like one of those big forklifts with the big tires that like can reach up and they like, take stuff up and in construction buildings and stuff. Apparently the driver was in a hurry and someone who was walking across forgot something. So this guy walked across, didn't stop and think. He immediately spun around after going through the crosswalk and took a step as the fork truck was going forward and accidentally stepped in between the two tires. And, we're looking at tires that are 2 feet wide, say 4 feet tall, on a machine that weighs 16 to 20,000 pounds. And this dude stepped in between the two tires, and that was it. They cleaned him up with a mop and a shovel. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck that site stayed. Like, we heard about that when we showed up. We were like, we don't really want to be here anymore. Good God. Like, that was the only site that we had ever been to, and I had ever been to in my 5 years of like doing construction work as a steel rigger, like building acting theaters, curtains and pipe and lighting and all that stuff. That was the only site we had been to that had suffered a death, and it was 2 deaths. So we were pretty kind of sketched out and scared, like not scared, but very vigilant. Let's see, let me scroll back up here. Got spun around on the left. That's where I left off with Mr. Warwick's story. Glad you're all right there, man. That shit. Ugh. MK knocked a soldering iron onto your bare thigh. Well, as long as it was your thigh and not your guy. Jeffrey Waldo, I once powered a bug zapper using a laser pulse capacitor bank. All right. Did you get shocked by it? Blackwatcher, about 30 years ago, I tripped on a shoe, hand landed on a table saw, 16 stitches on the back of my hand, not much blood, but could see how hands work. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos of that happen when you just get to see everything. It's a thing. I've done the snapped drill bit into flesh thing. Yeah, I've gotten a couple drill bits caught inside my fleshy flesh. That's always fun. Meths, denatured. That was the word. Denatured alcohol. Thank you, Chipmunk. As a kid, I decided to fill a demijohn with propane. I then dropped matches into it to see it burn. Nothing happens. I looked down the barrel and then it lit. 1 week in the hospital with 2nd-degree burns. Electron box. That's not great. That is not great. But that's almost funny, I gotta say. What? That's like the classic, hey, what's going on? Wow. All right. Let's see. What's that? Okay, got all that. Grabbed the soldering iron. It took a few seconds before I realized it was hot. Yeah, I've done that a couple times there. Jean Robert. Or just not even paying attention, or like you really get up and you're like, wait, there, and like you just naturally start like creeping up a little bit, and then all of a sudden you just don't realize you're past the guard, and Franco is getting chow. You go chow. The long-haired girl operating a lathe and back gear leaned over her work and the hair wrapped around the workpiece and proceeded to scalp her, says Rifleman. Yeah, I've heard of that happen at a couple machine shops. And now I've heard that happening with like fan belts and shit. Happy Fox, Benji, drilling a metal panel on a car with drilling towards myself and missed my crotch by 2 inches. Yeah, you gotta watch that. Hold on, what do I have? Let's see, orange. I have an orange lid. What else do I have? I have orange LEDs on my Logitech. Oh, here we go. And I have an orange highlighter because I like using orange highlighters. Just in case you were looking. Or I may have missed it, since I know you do occasionally ask. There's a lot of interesting stories here. Big Clive is an apprentice drilling steel overhead with an old-fashioned, non-speed controllable drill. It is brutal when it snags. It is fucking brutal when you get a good half-inch drill or 3/4-inch drive drill and that thing must hang and it just tosses your ass. God. I can just feel every time that has happened. Like, I was drilling, trying to drill out a broken tap at work this week. Actually, one of the other guys ended up finishing up because I had to go to a different site on Friday. But that hung up a couple times, and even though it was a little bit, when it would snap the drill bit, it just getting caught on the broken tap. Even though the Milwaukee has some of that cushion into it, it would still just like kick you in the battery and knock you in the gut or like in the side of the ribs. Let's see here. Wow, there's a lot of stories here, folks. If you're good, I'm good just kind of reading these out because these are all pretty interesting stuff. Let's see, Frank, I took my glasses off to grind something big and placed my glasses on the anvil behind me. I needed new glasses, very expensive new state. Yeah. Blackwasher also tried to drill a ledger hole in a standard razor blade and a drill press. Lucky I did not lose a finger on. What, did you try to hold it down? I've done stupid things like that too. You're like, oh, it'll be fine. No, it won't. Is it okay to superglue bad cuts? I have to give you the legal answer of that of it depends. Sometimes it's okay. Like I have superglued some pretty rough stuff. I'm a big fan of just paper towel and electrical tape. But if super glue is available, I have taped some things that probably should have gotten stitches. Not saying that you should, but sometimes that's kind of what you do. How about picking up a piece of steel that I'd just pulled out of the fire because I thought it was a different piece? The smell put me off pork sandwiches for a month. Luckily, the calluses saved me. Ugh, yeah. Craig Matthews, Dad told me to toss the drill press. He told me one guy he worked with amputated his finger, had it in the slot table and the drill snag. The steel drill took it clean off. Oh, yeah. Yeah, drill pressing can be pretty wicked if your piece spins while you're trying to hold it. Didn't witness it, but it was involved in the aftermath of a lathe accident. It's quite traumatizing to see a person turned into an empty toothpaste tube. Oh, yeah. I've seen that, a video of that back on the E-Bombs world. Was that like one of the early ones where you got to see all the weird shit? Seen a couple of freakish fucking machinery accidents where you're just like, whoa, wow. Improvised fireworks when I was a kid, electrically ignited. No, I did that too, but I just used paper towels or actual fuses for blowing up. I'd get model rocketry engines and duct tape the shit out of them and use them for little bombs. They worked pretty good. Actually took one and I took a paper towel tube Made like the jankiest rocket you'd ever seen. Because I also did like actual like model rocketry, like the good ones. But I made this janky rocket with paper towel tubes, and I stuck a charge up in the nose. It went up about 20 feet, started to turn, landed on my buddy's roof, rolled off, hit the yard, and it blew up in a fireball that was about 4 or 5 feet around. That was awesome. Mom's comes home. She's like, why is there a dead spot in the grass? No idea. No idea. Steve Idlers is super glued myself a couple times, keeps the fluids in. Yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. As long as you don't super glue the infection inside, says Fanplant. Yeah, like the ones I've super glued, I've peeled open later in like a more controlled environment. And like I do that with my scabs too. Like if I get a good cut, I always pick the first scab because that's where all the shit's gonna like well not all, but like a lot of the dirt and shit's gonna be embedded in it. So I will rip that thing off and then go take a shower, get it nice and cleaned, and then let it air dry like, you know, in a controlled environment. And that way the scab that sits on it is like a clean scab. Like I know it's a little but like it works for me, and like I usually don't get infections for weird stuff. Pick the We are here for the cats. Scruff, get over yourself. We are here for the cats. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. The cats will be will be up front and center in 32 minutes. 2 minutes from a VertoThermoWhoofle. VertoThermoWhoofle. Tried to cut a piece of rubber in a power miter saw once. The blade grabbed it and fired it across the workshop. If my grip was better, it would have pulled my damn hand, my fingers in with it, says Electron Box. Yeah, feel like I've heard somebody trying that before with a very similar reaction. Boot on XY Zygroff says boot on the rail in front of the wheel to stop it when a guy was working when yelled, don't do it. Yep. Never catch the metal a welder through his way. Nope. Squeak, I got hit by a taxi and got a scar on my eyebrow where I fell on my glasses. And that was put together with super glue. Yeah, I have a scar. You kind of can't see it anymore, but I have a scar. Where is it? Yeah, this side here. When I was a kid, I got whacked in the head with a 2x4. Got stitches across there, and that was fun. Garbled user's body rejects super glue. That sucks. Have you tried like various brands? Like, just in case you didn't know, if you ever see something called Loctite 404, like back when super glue like came about, Loctite bought the license to use the original super glue recipe, and that's like still the original shit, like the good super glue. If you can find Loctite 404, it's usually in a yellow bottle. I get that from McCormick's. It is really good stuff. Like it is the original, no environmental, no whatever, like it just works. Just throwing that out there. Surgeon freaked out when they glued the entry point and it rejected. Ooh. Don't glue any of your orifice closed, says Megavolt Fighter Stir. No, that's yeah. Only if it's an optional. Well, I mean, no, I shouldn't know. Sandpaper removes super glue. Yeah, I've used sandpaper, and I've sat there. Was it Goof? I don't know if it was Goo Gone or Goofball one day, just kind of doing this, rolling it in my fingers, and then it all just kind of balled up. But I don't like doing that with the chemical stuff too often. Oh, it is ThermoWhoofle time. Frank has cut rubber with a grinder. It spills hot rubber everywhere. Yeah, I bet. All right, let's see if the thermal cam's still working here. All right, yep. Well, we got 2 spots now. All right. All right. Here we go. There we go. You try a slightly higher one. I think that gave a more defined ring to it. Yeah, it might get rid of some of the dust bunnies a little better too. Acetone dissolves super glue. Is that? Yeah. And fingernail polish, which is like the good fingernail polish, which is just acetone. Yeah. Some more coffee, some more of my redneck mocha, as it was nicknamed. Electron box. Scruffs, there are some small dots on your ceiling that appear when you woofle, like drawing pins. Do you mean the 2 round things that are going bad, or like the little tiny extra bright dots that show up, like towards the left-ish side? If you mean those are little dust bunnies up there that take the heat, but since it's not direct flame, yes, since it's not direct flame, they just take the heat, but they don't burn up. So there's little tiny hot spots up there that are just some dust bunnies. And I kind of left them there because it almost looks like it almost looks like when you hit it with the thermal cam, it's like little stars lighting up. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll leave them there. So yeah, I see what I've seen them down there. If those, actually, hold on. While the thermal cam's still up, I'll do it again. Just in case you hadn't noticed, if you kind of look in the lower left quadrant, especially, you can see them lighting up. Almost like little stars. There you go. Look like little meteors. But yeah, those are just some dust bunnies chilling that are just getting very hot. I used super glue to repair my sandals. I've used super glue at work to repair sensors. Matter of fact, Friday Thursday I used super glue to repair one of the tracker screens that had snapped. Okay, we try using the hit that and hit that. Hey, okay, that was using the Stream Deck. I'm gonna mess with it. I have had if I have to glue my flesh, I use melted rosin. There you go. You can get the cheap cyanacrylate for cuts. Yeah, I mean, the cheap stuff is, I mean, as long as it isn't some added bullshit, usually the cheap stuff is usually the very, very close, if not the original super glue formula, which is fine. When you get like the medical grade stuff, that just means it's made in a cleaner, pretty much just a higher grade of cleanliness and slightly different machine. Like, I don't even think the formula is different for the medical grade stuff. And this thing has been great as a night light in here. I can't wait this Wednesday when we put lights on that guy. Hopefully we'll have enough time. It looks like a pretty complicated kit. The bright dots, probably nail heads on the other side of the plaster. No, they are, like, I have looked directly at them. They are the dust bunnies. Deduced boonies. I use the Dremel to trim my toenails, says Franco Walker. I have considered that. As an old dude, yes, my toenails, they're not quite there, but you can tell they are slowly getting to the point where I will need a chainsaw and a welder and, like, I have no idea what power tools to start chipping away at these things. They're not too bad yet, though. Let's see, what do we do? That's after that. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh, yeah. Oh, if you were watching the second Half-Life 2 stream that I did, this Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. How, like, I just kind of was playing kind of shitty compared to the extra long live stream. I figured out what the fucking problem was. And it's because of some new shit I got. Let me show you. So, the wrist rest that I used to have right here, you can kind of see right there where it still kind of says MSI with the little dragon badge right there. Oop. This came with my Titan laptop. So I've been using this for 7 years. Well, that's what gel looks like inside one of these. So I blew out the gel. I kind of dealt with that for a month. And then I decided to get another one. So I got this 3M one. Very nice as well. Recommend it. It's very comfortable. What I didn't realize, though, was, let me show you. This is about 1.5 inches shorter. So, while some people may not understand why 1.5 inches would matter, that took my usual position of hands and turned them in just a little bit as I came in. So the angle my fingers were used to move were like reaching just in the slightly wrong spot. And a while into it, I even commented that my arm fell off my armrest on the mouse side because I was in too far from what I was used to doing. So I realized this is just a little bit shorter than I'm used to. So I'm going to move it way over and then get a separate mouse one so that I can really relax into position and not even get stuck at, not feel forced to be at a specific angle. And that'll help sort that out. And I realized, and I even looked at, I mean, it's just the tiniest bit, but when the little bit down here, translates to a lot more up here. And when you're dealing with what you're about to hit the W key, suddenly you're hitting directly in between W and E. And that's why I was borking it up. I went, oh, that makes sense. So, ergonomics. Yeah, all about that ergonomics. Skull. Oh, yes. Jack Attack. Yeah, I was going to tell you. I was doing something with the Alexa right there, and I was holding the skull, and the bottom half fell off because I kind of bumped it, and then what I was holding fell, like it basically blew up. So I'm going to have to reassemble it and craggle it. Since I know I'm never going to take that one apart, I'm going to craggle it on there, and then we don't have to worry about it. Oh, if you've never seen the Lego movie before, Craggle is like the bad guy. And craggling a Lego just means using crazy glue. Speaking of super glue, gluing your Legos together. So I'm going to rebuild the skull and just glue it together, except for the LED, so I can get it out. But yeah, the skull shall return. Cheating. Well, if it was an actual like genuine Lego set, Vera, it probably wouldn't have fallen apart. I mean, it was $6, and it came with a battery with batteries and a battery-powered multicolor LED. Quality needs a little bit of assistance. I don't like to craggle anything. Like that would literally be the first time I've ever craggled a Lego. But I like it, and I know I'm never going to take it apart, so I'm kind of okay with it, I guess. You know what I mean? This redneck mocha is actually hitting pretty good. Yeah, I say, like, as soon as I saw the movie, Craggle became like a regular part of my vocabulary. And at that point, I wasn't even like putting Lego stuff together. That's something I just picked up recently for the stream. And the forklift is apparently on its way from China. I will obviously let you know when it gets here. Craggle Rock, says Mr. A Cake. I have every Fraggle Rock ever made. If some of you, I'm sure, have watched Fraggle Rock. I used to watch that shit all the time on HBO when I was a kid. Halon is also Halon. Ooh, Halon. That's a. I don't know that I've ever. Well, I've been in. I actually worked in a lot of government and military places as a forklift guy, so I'm sure I have been in some places that have Halon because I know a lot of. I know that's in a lot of. Tend to find it in more important like places. Let's see if pitch is working. No, pitch is still not working. That is weird. And I don't want to restart the mixer because I'd rather the problem being something not working, like a feature not working, as opposed to the mixer not working. So I'll deal with that. I'll probably pop the battery out, give it a good fresh reset. See what's up with it. Who knows? I'm sure if there's like a problem from what I've heard, they're pretty stand up and it's obviously not that old. So if I need to warranty it out, I'm sure that won't be a problem. Had some internet problems yesterday. Christ, I'm down to like 300, 100, and I had to reboot the router. Me and the homies were watching some movies, and I stream them from my Titan laptop downstairs. And everything was just getting like Discord was really jank last night. Like it must have been busy because everything, like we were all having problems. Redneck Atheist says Fraggles are evil, always stealing and eating doozers building materials. Yeah, I never understood like how that symbiotic relationship work when you just build stuff around things that are bigger than you and they eat your stuff. Like, why wouldn't you just go somewhere else? Or like build little death traps into them? Like start peeing in it or something? I don't know. I always thought that was a little odd. I stole a halon extinguisher from a fan plant in the subway. You know, they're like actually pretty dangerous, aren't they? Since they just knock all the oxygen out of the air. Oh, yeah, there you go. Jonathan Hughes says, yeah, the problem with halon is that it robs oxygen. Yeah. What's up, Al Morrison? If you get the chance, look up Muppets Family Christmas. Fraggle's got a nice part. Yeah, I have all the Muppet movies as well. And all the Muppet show, all the original Muppet shows. There, Morrison. I love the Muppets. I watched the shit out of them when I was a kid. I still watch them every once in a while. Treasure Bloke says the doozers got depressed if you didn't eat their stuff, like rejection. I know there were, like, I feel like there was one or two, maybe, episodes where the dozers were vocal. Maybe. I don't know why I just thought of that. Let's see. Oh, that's another poll I was going to do. Let's do another poll. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Your mom jokes. This just came up in conversation. Are you offended by the caps lock key? Yes. Are you offended by your mom jokes? Yes. No. Usually not. Give me what other options would you like there? Yes, no, usually not. Franco Walker grew up watching The Muppet Show. I love The Muppet Show. And when I was growing up, it was, option 4 will be I'm Gen X. That means, like, we are the mom joke, really. There you go. We'll just do that. So, are you offended by your mom jokes? I am not. I know a couple people that are offended by them, and one of them like are actually, I have respect for that. I have no problem with it, but one of them that was funny was I dropped a your mom joke on like in a non-negative way. It was, I forget exactly how the conversation went, but I can put it together in a gist that to keep the flow going. They were talking about something at work, something about with like a side job or like a side promotion kind of thing, and it required, like, this position required special access to a database somewhere. And they were speaking and they're like, yeah, so I got this thing going on, and guess who's got access to the database? And just out of nowhere, you just hear me go, your mom? And like everyone just started, like, it was like, kind of one of those things you kind of had to be there, but that was one of the few ways you could actually get a your mom joke on this guy, and he actually like thought that was pretty funny. Yo mama's so fat she's got her own zip code. Yo mama's so poor you walk through the front door and you're in the backyard. Someone bloody random. I once bought a domain name just to make a mom joke and reverse DNS for my IRC bot. Nice. Yeah, when I was running a couple IRC servers for various websites, a lot of time I doing domain name, and if people ask nicely, I'd set their domain mask name to be like @yourmom.com or whatever. I had one, God, what was it? Something was just ridiculous. Like, it was an entire yourmomjoke.com I used to run on one of my bots. But we just used masks since we were like twice the servers that me and Joe ran. I think Joe wrote most of the software for it. Your mom is my dad. Nice. All right. Blueberry tea is next in line. It is almost cat treat time. Oh, cat Gooshy time. Someone told me during training how to switch off a big transformer. That was scary. Would never have done it by myself. There was a full sequence of switches and buttons and winding up the switch, says Frank. Yeah, I can, I love when you get the, here, this is the most important thing. You do this, this, and this. You got it? All right, cool, let's go. It's like, whoa, hold the fuck on. Can I get like an overhead projection of this thing? You know, give me a little scan sheet, something to print out here. Take some notes. Yo mama's so fat she bleeds gravy. Your mama's so poor when you put out the cigarettes you yelled to turned out the heat. Your mom is so fat she jumped in Bigfoot and it became a low rider, says D Wood. I've heard that one. That's a good one. Oh boy. Wait a minute, what's Rainy got here? I love the meatloaf video. Brought back memories of Aunt's meatloaf when her oven got stuck at 500 degrees and it charbroiled it to carbon. Ooh, that's more of a meat brick. Yeah, I haven't carbonized my my meatloaf yet. Probably gonna make. I might make meatloaf to. Well, I was gonna make it tomorrow, but then I realized I have other meat I need to eat first, so I'll probably do that this week. That's a lot of ease. And I could use. I want to try Norm. I want to try Norm's recipe. He I think he left it in the comments on there. I don't know if it was the comments or on my phone. But anyway, Norm left a recipe for me to try with meatloaf. I want to give it a shot. What's up, Pickles? Yeah, beard's a little rough. I didn't oil it today. Even after I took a shower. So it's just everywhere. It's just kind of been everywhere. It'll be like that until it gets about down to here. And that'll probably be what? Fuck, I don't know, March or so. The thermostat contacts welded together. She had to get a new unit put in. Oof. What the fuck? Woo woo, fire detected, flush initiated, evacuate now, floosh. It was back in the day when a domain name was more expensive than getting an IP4 address block. Fan plan. I turned on a 500 kilovolt amp transformer for the first time, and the 480 secondary was shorted between phases. Ooh. That'll let you know what's going on. The 6K and 15 kilovolt switches were never wound up. Too dangerous to trip accidentally. I got the, that little tester I got, does 6 and 15 kilovolt. And that little, the isolation test, what the hell you call the high voltage tester? Like the little isolation tester thingy. There's one built for like lathes and machine, like old school metal machinery. Apparently that's what it was specialized for. Yeah, I've been trying to do something with the mustache a little different, because I noticed the other day it's kind of, if I can kind of keep this going with, while still keeping this trim, I may try to do something a little different with the stash this time. Vera de Wolf, my blood contained too much fat to test at a point. It separated when it got to the lab. Not obese, just horrible triglyceride. Says Vera. You too, huh? My family, all the men in my family, our normal triglyceride level, which if I'm remembering right, whatever the per whatever is, should be like under 100, I believe. Like all of us, we could be eating salads all day and we are at between 400 and 500 on our triglycerides. We're all healthy, we're all fine, no fatty buildup, no, I'm 205 pounds at 6'1" 1.5-ish. I'm getting older, so I'm getting shorter as my spinal column fucking erodes. But no, we all have horrible triglycerides in our family, but we're all fine. Like our regular cholesterol is golden, no problems. What's up, Mr. Eggcake? Welcome to the Gaggle of Goofballs. You are now legally insane. Congratulations. Yeah, like my dad's is bad. I think my dad's is like 550 or something like that. Mine, last I checked, was like 450, but it goes all over the place. But everything else is golden. So yeah, I get that. That's funny you bring that up. I haven't really thought about that in a while, but I haven't actually gotten a checkup in 5 years. Oh yeah, there's a poll going on here. What do we got? Are you offended by your mom jokes? Most people are not. 10% of the people are a your mom joke. Yeah. 10% are offended, and most usually are not. Word. Sorry, when I come up with, like, people seem to enjoy the polls, so like, if I come up with weird shit, I'll just, like, just throw it out there. And Chipmunk throwing out 5 memberships. Thank you, sir. I will match you in just a few minutes here. Jonathan Hughes, Steven Seagal, welcome back. Colin Pye, Litter Picker, Zap, Sparky. All right. Welcome and welcome back for some of you. Yeah, actually, let me go ahead and drop a quick apology to the Gaggle of Goofballs. Is I typically release a video to the members, like a short video, under 10 minutes on Monday, and usually like 20 or more minutes on a Friday. But I just got busy as shit yesterday. Like, everything got a little goofy, and by the time I got to chill and relax, I ended up doing stuff when I was supposed to be relaxing, and I just totally fucking blanked out. So I released it today. That was like a 36-minute thing. But hey, yeah, thank you, Chippy, and welcome, everyone. We'll give that a second to pile in, then I'll go ahead and throw some in the pile. Oh, before the cat stuff, January 6th is a Saturday. Live stream is going to be weird because that is the night of the work holiday party thing at Dave & Buster's. If you don't know what Dave & Buster's is, it's basically a bar, restaurant, and game arcade. Like new games, pinball games, ticket games. That's where I've won like a bunch of Pickle Rick stuff, like cat stuff. Yeah, you trade in tickets for stuff, or you can air hockey. They got all kinds of cool shit there. So I'm probably going to just have an open link. I gotta see what time the work thing starts to see if I'm gonna like start a stream and then leave, or if I should just like do a later thing and just stream from there for like a couple minutes, walk around the arcade and shit. So once, as we get closer and I get the time, like right now we just have the date. I don't know what time it's going to happen, so I'll let you know, and we'll kind of sort it out as that gets closer. And it is almost time for the top of the hour toast. So before we do that, why don't I just come over here and hit refresh? I gotta reload chat over here. Takes a second. I don't know why, like, there's always, like, does anyone else, like, when you pull up the live stream, does, like, it seems like 15, sometimes 10, 15 seconds for chat to actually load up on the page? Or is that just something in my setup being stupid? Alright, let's throw 5. Where's that? There we go. Could I? Oh, no, I could have done that from there. I'm a dumbass. Alright, membership. Is that just new icons? Membership gifting, 5 memberships. Spinning, and go. On the way. Yes, the chat takes ages. I see that all the time. I get the same delay with text. Okay, so that's a YouTube thing. Alright, MK, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Steve Perry, Frank Nebedy, welcome back. Do it, and Katrina Bryce, welcome and welcome back, everybody. Digital Toys, oh, this is the first time catching your stream. Well, what's up? We're in a half hour. We got thermal cam woofle in just a couple minutes. We're gonna go feed the cats on the plasma ball floor cat cam thing. So hang out for a couple minutes. And you're welcome there, MK. Enjoy. There's a bunch of shit in there. Yeah, I got a lot of forklift stuff in there. I'm gonna try and like get some more stuff from like around the house, kind of mix it up a little bit. That, and I don't want to run out of cool forklift stuff. I might be going on an install sometime soon. I got to see if we can schedule it out. shit. I forget where I was going with that. Anyway, it is top of the hour, 7 p.m. We do the toast to the Gaggle with Goofballs subscribers and to everyone watching. Just kind of do that anyway, but this one's specifically for the Gaggle. If you haven't seen it, it's like $2 a month. It's pretty cool. You get early release videos, chat stuff, different icons and badges and things. So cheers to the Gaggle, cheers to my subscribers, and cheers to all of you. We're slowly approaching 1,000 subscribers, and then we'll probably do a t-shirt. Then I'll finally do my t-shirt shop thing. So cheers to everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Like, the store is pretty much ready, but especially right now, I don't want to open the store because it's the holiday season, and like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I don't want you spending holiday money on any merch. Like, I know I feel like I would sell like a few shirts at least, but like, even if I hit 1,000, I'm probably gonna wait till January just to make sure everyone gets their holidays. I don't want to mess with holiday money, you know what I mean? So the store minimum would not open before 2024 anyway. What is holiday money? Well, sometimes people got shit saved up for gifts and buying other people and family and friends, and I just don't, I don't know. I just want to make sure that money goes where it needs to, because anything that comes in from the t-shirts will just be like, I'm pretty sure that as the account builds up, as long as I don't cash in, I can just use it to buy stuff to give out. Like, that's all I'm going to be doing with the t-shirts and the merchandise, and there's like cups and glasses and dog collar and dog tags, bunch of stuff. But I just want it to self-perpetuate, just so that the more stuff is bought, the more stuff I can give away, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really ever want to cash in on the merchandise stuff. Because like, as I've said before, not to be brr, but like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, I just want to do this YouTube thing just for us. So that's all. What's up, little Jim's tear down? Fix it. Been a bad day today, both depression and anxiety. Yeah, I get that. You'll pull through it. Everything will be cool. Hang out here and maybe just get a chance to relax a little bit, decompress some. Be cool, but welcome. Welcome for hanging out. Where my brother worked, they sent him for his forklift license and the place won't bust. Yeah. Alright, it is 7:04. So it's 7:05 is generally when we do the cat thing. So are we ready? I still have not sorted out what the fuck I'm going to do for a... Oh, there's Spaz laying right there. Wow, that's funny. Spaz is just off cam. Let me show you. You can see the torty colored blob there, bottom, like right by the plasma ball. Plasma ball. So she's chilling. So you'll see her pop up here in a minute. Like, I need to put an actual bed there. You can see the suction cup on the bottom there. It's one of those glass hammocks, but they didn't really like it. I think maybe because the glass is kind of cold. But as soon as that suction cup failed, Spaz started laying in it, and every once in a while Tiny Mama gets in it. So I think I'm just going to put an actual bed there, but maybe leave the hammock as well, since now it's kind of broken. But either way, we're going to have to deal with the microphone that is on this camera. Since this is outside, it's kind of a shitty microphone, but it's what we got for now. The other microphone sounds like absolute dog shit. I don't know what the fuck's happening to it. I think just because it's just cheap. But I am going to sort out some sort of a better microphone for out there for our kitty cats. So let's switch over to Cat Low. And I shall go feed the kitties. Oh, wait a minute. Let me fix the microphones here first. So this one we turn, let's see, turn CatCam mic on. Turn that up a little bit. I guess right about there, and then turn this mic down for the echo. Echo! Alright. So can you hear the other cam? Is the other microphone working? It should be. Say hi to the people. Alright, y'all ready? You're always ready. So tonight's selection is tuna feast in gravy and salmon feast in gravy. Grilled fancy feast. What's that, Ronnie? I'm sure Tiny Mama will pile in here in just a moment. I just heard her get out of her bed upstairs. Where's the mama? Right in front of you. Here, try that one. It's for you. Okay, buddy. That's got some on your ear. Ronnie's got some on his ear. Actually, the tuna smells pretty good. I got to almost eat that. Here, let me move Spaz's out. There you go. They don't really get along with Spaz, so she gets a little. I guess you get to look at Ronnie here. Hey, Ronnie, come here. That way we don't have to look at your brown eye. I'm gonna go pee pee. Ronnie the carpet-colored cat. Yes, Ronnie blends in very well with the carpet, especially on the overhead view. Let me see. I call this one CatCam XL. I don't know why. I'm going to switch views so you can get the dual view. I got to put more plates over on the other way so it's easier to see more than just Ronnie. Sorry about that. Still trying to sort. I should probably put like spike tape or some sort of mark on the wall to get a better idea where the viewing area is so I can strategically place the plates for full kite enjoyment. But yeah, that's Ronnie there. The Fixer 69 is late again. Work first, then fun with the show. Welcome, Fixer 69. We are watching the kitties go num num. And we're watching Lee. Like, Lee is poofy. Like, she does have poofy hair, but she's also a little poofy other ways too. Like, she's probably going to reach in like she does with her little paw. She likes to reach in and grab food. Squeak is going to play Street Fighter 6. I haven't played Street Fighter in quite some time. I grabbed 110 wire and wonder why it tingled, says Frank. Yeah, that can wake you up sometimes. When's the last time I was really not electrocuted, obviously. When's the last time I was really shocked? Oh, here she goes. She's going in for the grab. Oh, she's just diving right in. All right, that's what she does. DJ Bones is off to start a 12-hour shift. Yeah. I have Thursday, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday coming up that I'll have to do 12-hour shifts on. But if I get really bored, like the last two I've had to do, I might do one of them quick live streams at 6:30 again for like the last half hour. You know, it depends on if I got stuff to do or not. Like I won't do I'm not going to live stream from work unless like I've done everything. Because by the time 6:30 rolls on, like there isn't pretty much, there's probably 5, maybe 10 machines going because everyone's off. So it's very rare to get a call, but they want us there just in case. And you know, if I can finish up early and then I'm just waiting for a call, then I'll do a live stream. Fixer 69 loves cats and dogs, but they can't come home to let the dogs out, so they have a cat. Yeah, I like dogs, obviously, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, cats can be a little simpler at times. And I will be giving an update soon. Oh, yeah, speaking of cat stuff, I guess once we're done this, I do now have a heated cat box, like little cat house, out in the back patio. Because my little Gray Jeff, like new Gray Jeff, the white and gray cat, he's got a gray buddy, like a new guy that's been coming around. And then, what I call my little gray buddy, he's been hanging out a lot at night. So it's been getting pretty cold. So now they have a heated house. Like 2 of them could squeeze in there if they needed to. But I have the stuff here. I was just going to kind of show it when the cats are done their thing. Yeah, there's Lee Butt. So I have actually have a Ring camera pointed at it. I might be able to pull it up. Let's see if I can, how discreetly I can pull up my Ring camera while we're watching the cats do their thing. Ow. Verification code. Keep me signed in. Steven Skull says it's been freezing for 5 days now. So Tia's I had to fetch a nice batch from the coffee shop. Well, I'm having a cold already. Oh, that always sucks. Oh yeah, okay. There's nothing revealing on there. Not even even that's randomized up there. So I can show that here in a moment. Yeah, actually, while these, I'll flip over to it so you can take a quick look. Let me do that. Hey, there we go. Well, there was nothing to see. While Lee's doing Lee stuff, I'll flip over so you can see the outside thing. Yeah. So I set that up. At the opening, there's two little clear flaps just to try and help hold some of the heat in. That's the wood rack that I welded together kind of on the right side. And that cord that comes up is actually wrapped in a steel spring so that the cats don't accidentally chew through it. The first 6 foot of it are wrapped in steel, so they can't chew through it. And the heating pad in there keeps everything. It says it's rated for 100 degrees, and I was like, ooh, that sounds a little hot. But then, like, once you get out there and it's doing its thing, it's just cozy in there. So that should help them out, because it's going to be getting really freaking cold here soon. So that stays plugged in and on all the time. I suppose, like, once winter comes, I may hook up I think I have a plug around here somewhere. And I can set it so, like, once it hits 60 degrees, it turns off just to save power and not so that it's not so hot in there. Like, I also don't want to, like, overheat them in the spring or summer and all that. Graham Shaw is off. Have a good evening. Isn't 480 volts an industrial voltage for stuff? Asks Randy 1979 Vice Admiral Tiger. In the United States, it is. In the United States, most places, residential have 120 and then 240. 100 degrees, what? Fahrenheit, Squeak. Yeah, Fahrenheit. Yeah, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes. So 40 degrees ish. Well, 99 degrees or 39 degrees Celsius ish. Yeah, I just thought of that. Yeah, I'm saying 100 degrees. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, it's not an oven per se. So yeah, that'll help keep them. When I go out there a couple times and put some food down, sometimes it's Gray Jeff, sometimes it's Little Buddy, sometimes it's the Stranger. The Stranger seems pretty skittish. Cats like defrosting Starlink dishes too. Yeah, Electron Box. That's always funny when you see cats just all crowded on the Starlink dish that's keeping itself defrosted. I thought that was awesome. That's as it should be. Ronnie's just looking for everything. Maybe I'll get some dry treats, put them behind the ball. So they got a nuzzle on the plasma ball here. But I'll let the Gooshy food settle. We'll see, maybe do that in a little while. A little later. Oh, we got a woofle in 10 minutes. Squeak has a stray that comes around and gets all the scraps. Yeah. The male cats around here, they all kind of squabble a little bit for the food. But like I went out there earlier today and Gray Jeff had eaten, like I had watched him eat food on camera, and I went out there and there was actually some left. So I was like, hey, must have, wow, a cat that actually was full, like left some of the food behind. Yeah, it is 420 somewhere there, Steven. Oh, how bad or good or bad does that other microphone sound? Like, I feel like it sounds pretty bad. Like, maybe I should tweak it in OBS or just get a different microphone. Like, I think I just need to get a better, like, lapel, something with some good shielding on it and a good shielded extension cable, and maybe put it down towards the floor. I wouldn't mind seeing if I could get it down close to where I'm feeding them so you could hear it. Franco says, I've heard worse mics. Yeah, that was my main microphone, what, 2 months ago or something like that? Oh. Blah. Oh, wait, let me see. Come on, button. Do I gotta hit the button? I don't know. I don't know about the Stream Deck. Like, I'm sure once I get it sorted out, like, I know it is the jam. It's just, seems like there's a lot of little things you gotta deal with to make it work right. But I will work on that. Oh, and as far as getting to 1,000 subscribers, I'm finally getting around. I think I mentioned this last week, to getting all the socialed up. So I'm probably going to, within the next week or two, I guess, put in like all the links, I guess, in the description and stuff. And maybe I'll do it as part of the credits in the intro. Like, I think I can do clickable things with Stream Elements or even OBS, like click so you can like join, you know, like Facebook. What do I got? Facebook, TikTok, the Mastodon. Is that the other one I got? I think I did Instagram as well. I don't know, but that I don't know if I want to do a Discord because I just kind of hang out on big. I'm the me, Mouse, and Rob Worrell were the administrators of Big Clive's Discord. So kind of like I have a personal Discord server that is very clang. Yeah, it was the first clang of the night. Like I have a very small private Discord server. But like yeah, that's its own thing. But I think I don't know if I should do my own because I just kind of hang out on Clive's all the time anyway. So oh, that's another thing I got. Which is probably why that clang wasn't quite so loud. Let me turn the volume down while I move this, and I will get it closer to the camera. Got one of the less expensive shock mounts. So that does seem to help a little bit. All right, got to get it right back into that spot with the guard right there. Seems to be a good alignment thing, and apparently people like the reference point, which I get. I dig it. I know of 208 high leg, but 277. Yeah, our work has what is that? Like like delta? Was that like high delta? What's the terminology for high leg 208 or high leg 3-phase? I always forget what the fuck it's called because like nobody uses it anymore because you don't need it with modern day motors, electric motors. Oh hey, there's another poll. Haha. Start a poll. So let's see. Do you use the words motor / engine interchangeably? Changeably. Ugh. Use the words, let's see, motor and engine for the thing in a car. An IC, internal combustion car, not an electric car. Do you use the words motor and engine for the thing in an IC car? Or just engine and motor is electric? Like, I'm trying to squeeze it in. So before I hit it, let's see. Engine is an engine only. Motor is only an electric motor. Engine can be either. Motor is motor. Or let's see. Electric motor is a motor. Let's see, what other option would there be? Doesn't matter to me, whatever comes out. Doesn't matter to me, whatever works. Man, I wish I could give you slightly longer answers. Alright, here's a whole mess of shit. Was one of them too long? Oh, that one's too long. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Sorry, folks. This is, I really need to come up with simpler fucking, polls here. God damn. -4. Alright, I'm doing really bad vocabulary here. Like, we're just killing it here. Like, this is terrible. -22. Okay. We're gonna have to delete that. So you know what I'm looking for here. Good God, let's just throw this thing up and see what kind of mess this turns into. We are staring at empty cat plates. Yes, you are. I guess everyone has left. Sorry, yeah. I got really wrapped up in trying to get that poll to work. I really got to come up with some shit there. Jesus, Scruff, some fast typing there was a course. Was that a course in high school? No, my parents bought me an Apple IIc Plus computer, which is like the updated version of the Apple IIe, except it had a 4-speed accelerator and it came with a 3.5-inch floppy in it. Supported more colors, yada yada. They got me that when I was towards the back end of the 10th grade, so I was like 10. So I started typing and programming in BASIC and DOS and shit when I was like 10 and 11. By the time I got to typing in high school, which was 10th grade, I was touch typing about 50 to 60 words a minute. Average, with an average error of every 2 or 3 minutes. I don't remember if that was good or not. And then they did the whole fucking thing where they put cardboard over your hands so you couldn't look down. Like, I think it pissed the teacher off that I could type pretty good just touch typing, like looking up, looking down. But since then, I think I'm up to I think like 80 or 90 words. And I still touch type, but not as much. But yeah, that, and when you got a clacky ass mechanical keyboard. Wow. Super clang. Super clang. Super clanging. It doesn't actually say, but these are cherry browns. Inland with cherry brown switches, so they're loud. I like loud mechanical switches. Hopefully my limiter saved your eardrums there. Good grief. Now my keyboard cord is all over the place. Because the Elgato cord is on. Yeah, I noticed I The other day I kept saying the Elgato Steam Deck. Like, I think I was just really high. But yes, the Elgato Stream Deck. Oh, now the thing's working. Okay, so you can... Got about 137 viewers still. All right. Is this thing okay? Second clang. 4160 volts for large, 800 big phase mode, 800 what? I mean horsepower, 800 horsepower motors. Wrench or spanner? Oh, good grief. Okay, what else is there? There's a wrench, there's a spanner. What other terms do you have for a thing that you turn nuts and bolts with? Yeah, this one, my laptop, my Titan, I put O-ring. I got an O-ring kit for it so that the switches weren't quite as loud. But I love this loud ass keyboard. The only reason I got them was because someone complained. But I love I love cherries. Anything cherry is good. In Danish, there is only one word for engine or motor. Wow. Wow, and that's a pretty good split right there, too. Oh, no, it's not. Not at all. Engine is an engine only. Engine is either, electric motor is a motor. Like, I'm usually starting to try to stick with the internal combustion thing being an engine and the thing that uses electrical power to spin being a motor, but I do occasionally say motor when I'm talking about an engine, but then I usually go, ugh, and kind of catch myself there because I try to differentiate between the two since I deal with them both on a pretty technical level at this point in my career. I'm going to go ahead and end that poll in a couple seconds here. In case you still want to jump in. Cotter pins, when they get rusty, can be a pain. Yes, cotter pins in general are just a pain in the ass. What is cherry? Like a butterfly mechanism? It's, yeah, pretty similar. Big springs, big levers. Snake, what is she doing? She's just watching. Alright. So what's in that poll? And let's just... Oh, wait, we missed a woofle time while we were always dealing with that dumbass poll. So let's get some ThermoWhoofles going. Is the pitch still broken? Yep. That is weird. So you're not hearing the pitch bend at all, I'm guessing as well. It's not just a monitor thing. That's kind of weird. Huh. Alright. Well, let's do another ThermoWhoofle. If you're new here, this is what a woofle is. And let's go ahead to the thermal cam with our two overheating components. Ah, we're getting a little low on woofle juice here. Hold on a sec. Let me top that up a little bit. Ah, come on, bottle. Got my Smurf blood here. That's good. There. All right, here we go. Woofle. There's a pretty good ring. And one more time near the weird dot in the camera. It seems most of the noise the microphone's picking up is just the ambient of me setting stuff down, not the actual dunk. And there's Freddy in the corner, hanging out as he does. I do still need to try and find like a little hat, little Santa hat for him. I should just order a shitload of, I just actually need to just walk up to the dollar store one of these days and, you know, they always got little ornaments and Santa hats and shit like that. We're at red 229. Frank, there was a paper grinder. Don't know the power, but the thing was enormous and had sharp blades. I can imagine. We have a recycling grinder down in Elk Ridge off of Kit Kat Drive. I always forget what the fuck company it is, which recycler it is, but it's one of the bigger grinders on the East Coast for recycling. And I can imagine what their grinder runs off of when it's, you know, grinding through aluminum and aluminum cans and just chunks of aluminum. I think they do engine blocks down there too. Yeah, Freddy gets a little warm. He doesn't mind. There, a Randy 1979 Vice Admiral Tiger. Aluminum. Aluminium. I say aluminum. Aluminum. I've never said aluminium unless I was talking to a UK person and they said, what? No, aluminium. Rob says he has acid for blood, Freddy. Yes, Freddy does. You don't want to offer to trim his nails. Not a good idea. If he says he's got a secret for you, don't lean in. Like, you just really don't. Here, let me fix this microphone. Hold on. There we go. Move that a little closer. Aluminum. I wish I could live in on Riven. What is Riven? Isn't that an electric truck thing? No, yeah, you don't want to get any kisses from Freddy the Facehugger or any of his family. Not super cuddly, generally speaking. What is the metal? Mama asks, what is the metal that they traded names with wolfinium to titanium in America? I didn't know there was a wolfinium. That sounds pretty cool. I have a window. What windows do I have open here? Let's see. There's one window in there. That, yeah, okay. Wolfinium? Wolfinium is a material the Hunters Guild that has the same properties as silver. I'm going to say that wolfinium is a reference to tungsten, which is also known as wolfram. The symbol for tungsten is also the letter W. The Hunters Guild. A game thing. Word. Blackwatcher says the meatloaf looked good. It tasted damn good. I would recommend. Natrium to sodium. Lemium. Yeah, I remember hearing about lemium. Tungsten. Wolfram. I've heard of wolfram before. I didn't realize that was a reference to tungsten. Molybdenum. Molly bend over. There you go, Rob. That'll get you some chicks. Yes, Randy 1979 Freddy will leave a something of a nasty surprise in your tum-tum. Is this window frozen or something? Oh yeah, fucking chat window froze. Holy shit. You're good? Okay, there we go. There was a brand of bulbs called Wolfram. Yeah, I feel like I've seen those as well. I feel like I used to know the actual like I feel like that was a line that like a popular manufacturer made or something like that. Plum-dum to plumber's bum. Calcium to potassium, garbled user said, yeah. Chipmunk. The IUPAC agreed to change sulfur to sulfur if America would stop saying aluminum. No, we will not stop saying that. Sylvania, yeah, so it was Sylvania that made the Wolframs there, D-Wood. That sounds right. That was back, crazy, that was back when I worked at Salvo Auto Parts, when I used to be a parts guy at a local, parts dealer network. God, that was from, fuck, when the hell did I start working there? No, it was when I turned, right after I turned 21, I think it was. Worked there for a few years. Franco Walker is off for the evening. Have a good rest. Be groovy, as I know you will be. Oh yeah, I got table legs if you didn't know. I can actually bump into this and not have to worry about the whole rig falling over. If you're new and don't know what the whole rig is, this is the whole rig. This is one computer that's right there that all the LEDs turned off because it went into like sleep mode, and then the LEDs forgot to turn on, and then these two down here are off an Intel NUC that's right there. That's the mixer that's acting weird. There's the Stream Deck. Logitech Z906 controller, my phone. You, me, you, and you, and you. Well, that's fan funding. Live chat, live chat. I keep those both up just in case, I can need to look something up here. That one's there, and then that's there as like a backup and to make sure I'm actually like working. So yeah, that is mission control, and I have to update the Gaggle of Goofballs list, obviously. And that's a Gatorade bottle. That's where I smoke joints. That's the HTC U11 cell phone. That is our main camera. And there's the thermal cam, that little dot right there. Rifleman, let's see. Aluminum went from more valuable than gold to a common, inexpensive metal that revolutionized aviation. Who did that to aluminum? And shouldn't the naming rights go to that party? Garble, do you like HTCs? That's all I used to have was HTCs. But this one here, and at work when I'm doing like a dual camera thing, one of them is my other HTC U11. Those are the last HTCs I bought because they stepped out of the Sprint market and kind of stopped wanting to hack them anymore. So I got the S21 Plus. Like, I've done nothing to this. It's just factory and it works. And now I'm on Verizon anyway. But it works just fine. The only thing I've put on it was they had a thing where you could turn off 5G. But then that stopped working after an update. But 5G is actually like starting to get a little bit better, at least around the Amazon. Let me swipe it on back. But I still don't like it. I still don't trust it. There's still a horrible latency. in 5G, especially 5G ultra wide. Like once it connects, it's usually fine. Like once it gets going, it's just like you're waiting and fucking waiting and waiting for it to connect, and then it finally goes. Garbled user started on the Inspire. The first HTC phone that I know I owned was the Sprint 6200. It was made, like, HTC made a lot of Sprint phones, but they didn't, like, brand it. They let Sprint brand it. I think it was the 6200 was the first one. Then I had, like, the 66, the PPC 6600, the 6700, the 6800, the Touch 2, the M7, the M8, the M10, and two U11s, and then an S21 Plus. But it all started in 1992 with a motherfucking clear blue Bravo Plus pager. And I had that pager for a long time. But I actually was one of them old school motherfuckers, like typing out messages, had your code, you know, your signature code at the end that you put dash, you know, blah, blah, blah number. Oh, man, I remember. Then, you know, you're always running around looking for a fucking quarter, so you gotta call your boy back. Squeak says 5G gives you the COVID cancers. I'm sure it does, but you know what? At least it goes fast. Garbled user still using an M9 hack to hell and back. Yeah, this U11 is, well, this one never got onto the network because this turns out it was a clone that I bought from China. That was already a fucking clone of another existing phone on an active account. Surprise, surprise. So that's been hacked. I went ahead and reflashed that one, and you got as much shit off it as I could, but still enough to let Google Store work so that DroidCam OBS still usually works. It hasn't crashed tonight yet. And then the one at work, which is a blue one, it's a factory install. I think it's only, as a matter of fact, I think it's only Android 6 at work. This is 7.1.1. But the one at work, the battery is completely shot to shit. If I turn the camera on, the phone will shut off within 2 minutes, and it'll lose 50% of its battery capacity. So I got to keep that one plugged in for it to work. 666911, was that your code there, D-Wood? Mine was pretty fucking close to something like that. A lot of times I used to use 6969. Fama, Scruff, can you pick up the camera and show mounts of screens? Like behind the like the monitors? Like you want to see backstage? Is that what you're asking there, Fama? Repairing HTC phones is a special kind of hell, says Garbled. Yes, I've had to put batteries and screens. Like it's a thing. Yeah. Richard Parker, like when the Scottish fought the English, putting all the nobility on both sides was French. Of course. Yes, just how they're mounted. Nothing seems non-standard. Okay. Well, here, I'll flip back to mission control, and yeah, I should be able to show you that. Let me flip back. I call this scene mission control. That's why I say that. So these three are on a common arm, a common mount that's mounted to the desk. That's actually sitting on 2x4s as a spacer to raise the entire triple mount up. This one is just sitting on a monitor mount, and this monitor lightly rests on top of it, just barely rests on top of it. And this one here has no mount on it and is stuck just to the desk. Let me see here. Like right, you can't see on that side. Let's try this side. Like right here is a little foam pad to keep the bottom of the monitor sliding forward, and the top of the monitor just rests against the frame of the 4K. But I should be able to show you backstage here with the other phone. Here, let me switch back to this scene so you're not looking at my phone. It seemed to work pretty good. What, past couple weeks. Why do I have a million notifications? Hold on. God damn. Bert Melima, welcome. I just saw that alert pop up. New subscriber. Alright, let us get synced up here. Droid Cam OBS. Use Wi-Fi. I gotta fix it. I think I'm pretty sure my phone rotates MAC addresses. So I'm gonna need to sort out static IP on the phone itself, I believe. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go, just so you know, it's going to be a little shaky cam. You know, my nervous system is absolute garbage. But yeah, we can do a quick walk behind, and I am going to do an official office tour, a redo it, like actually probably within the next week or two. But we can do a quick walk behind here. Droid Cam. Yes, Droid Cam is what is connecting this camera. I'm using it over USB, and now I'm going to switch to this camera. Like, watch this. So you see that camera? Now we're going to switch. And now this camera. Oh, I got it. I didn't realize I had a thing up on the corner. So this is connected over Wi-Fi. The red camera, the regular one, is connected over USB. Fuck hell. All right, so you're not going to hear me great as I'm walking behind, so I'll kind of talk loud and you'll see what you see. It's a mess back here, but I know what every wire does. There's the front of the phone. I'm using the USB hub in that monitor and in that monitor. That's my UPS. That's the external hard drive. So the big computer. Yeah, that is the mess. Oh, that's my Wi-Fi antenna. Like high-tech shit or whatever. These are magnetically mounted. Those are the speakers for the Intel Nook. But yeah, there's the quick backstage. There's you. There's us. All right, let me flip it on back. There you go. For those that stayed late. Let me turn that off because we don't need that no more. Don't need that no more. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, I would like to disconnect so I don't completely waste my battery. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Droid Cam, yeah, Jean, I guess it's Jean Robert. Droid Cam is great. I bought it. It was like $6. I don't know if it's annual or not. I think it's just a one-time $6, but it is direct integration into OBS Studio, so it's easy. And you can also use regular Droid Cam clients as well. It's like the Droid Cam OBS is the one that is enabling 4K support, whereas regular Droid Cam is like just for fucking Zoom calls and shit. Like, it's cheap, it's free. Yeah, you can get the upgraded regular Droid Cam, but it's still only 1080 and it's just easier to use for webcam use, whereas OBS is higher resolution, is a little more advanced. Yeah, obviously not a sponsor. The shit's, everything's, you know, whatever, but it just works pretty well. It does crash on this phone every once in a while, but it is running Android 7.1.1, so I'm not going to be mad that, like, they're prioritizing, you know, everything that's newer, so it works well enough. And eventually I'm probably going to replace it with, like, something Sony, like something in the 6000 series, maybe. Paul Norman, have a good evening and good night. You've only used free version? Prism Live has a setup that's pretty good as well that is free. If you look that up, I have that as well, actually integrated into OBS in case like Droid Cam fucks up. Prism Live works well, and I use Prism Live for my for my drone live streams when I'm out flying Mavis. I use either Camerify Live or Prism Live. Either of them works for live streaming as well as recording, and Prism Live you can connect to OBS, which is neat. I just started doing that last week a little bit. MK has 3 cell phone numbers and 2 VoIP numbers. My watch has a phone number, the Verizon phone number, and my newly discovered, like, fucking nerd geek guy here just fucking like 2 or 3 weeks ago figured out that a Google Voice phone number with voicemail and every fucking thing else is free. So that is the Google Voice phone number will be the Scruff Dog Live business number. And I may sort out something to like have people call in, maybe. We'll see. If I can figure out a way like to smoothly do that, maybe every once in a while we can have somebody call in or video in, depending on how ridiculous I get with this setup. But that would be neat, I think, especially because I wouldn't mind giving out the business number because that would be on invoices and websites and shit anyway. But right now I don't know of a clean way to do that. Like I could probably do it through the desktop, but I'll play with that first. Yeah, like the MVC stream, something like that, yeah. Everyone hates the sound of their own voice. You get used, like Clive has said that, like, it takes you a minute to get used to your voice when you start doing YouTube stuff. And luckily I watched enough of my videos that once I started wearing monitor headphones because I could, because this is the only way to do it without a weird fucking delay, because if you do monitor through OBS, there's just a little bit of a delay and it gives me a fucking headache. It's like, ugh, but this is direct monitor, so there's like no delay, or very, very, such a little delay that I don't notice. But where the fuck was I going with that? Phone numbers, something, headphones. I'm kind of high. Oh, hearing your own voice. Yeah, you get used to it. You got to give yourself a reason to hear it, and then like it's gotten to the point now where I can recognize my voice from a distance, my own voice, whereas I used to not be able to. Oh, and the other thing I noticed, I think this is the first stream in a while that the phone hasn't mysteriously started playing this live stream by itself. Like, I think most of you here have seen it do that, like, for a while. I don't know what's different, but that's good. I guess the ghost is busy this evening. I'm gonna have some tea. Hey, it's 8 o'clock anyway. It's a top of the hour toast anyway. Oh, and there it goes. So a toast to ghosts. If ghosts exist, which I kind of think they do, maybe not as a spiritual thing, but as a multi-dimensional, interdimensional, multiverse thing. But if ghosts are real of some form, then a toast to the ghosts. A toast for everybody that's been hanging out. Cheers. What's a good latency number, Scruff? Latency, you usually want to keep under 20. I mean, that's really good. Like, but I mean, it kind of depends if you're gaming as well. Let me see what my latency is. Oh, let me see. Is there cats? Let me double check the ring camera to see if there's any cats outside. There are no cats outside. My current latency. If I can learn to spell. All right, you want to see my latency live? Where the fuck? Oh, no, that's right. Okay. Here's my latency live. That's a busy night. I was running a little slow last night, too. That's not too bad. Latency, 14 milliseconds. That's not bad. It's pretty good for this connection. I'm usually between 10 and 15 millisecond latency. And that's literally just how fast you can get shit in and out of the computer depending on your internet connection. Especially for gaming, you like, or anything online gaming, you pretty much are required to have a good latency, or you're just like, you just can't do shit. And it does, the latency to where that would be just to your closest connection, like your main connection to like the backbone, to something fiber optic, to something very fast. Or latency to the main server. Like if you're playing a gaming thing, what is your latency to the host server? That would be the more important latency, because you could have a good internet connection to your, like your source, like where, for me, wherever Fios plugs in that piece of that piece of fiber optic that ends in my basement, wherever that plugs into like the main internet, that's where they're telling me my latency is. But if I'm trying to hit a gaming server over in Europe, then that 14 milliseconds may be 90 milliseconds, and then everything gets stuttery and weird and shitty. And but Craig Matthews, are you on Cat 6 wired? Yes, this computer is. My laptop is. Yeah, just the two bigger computers are hardwired. Everything else is on Wi-Fi 6. Is that high? My latency is between 3 and 7. You have a great latency, Steven Seagal. Like, I don't know how busy your provider is, but Verizon Fios here is very busy because everybody has got fed up with Xfinity's bullshit. So there are a lot of fiber optic users in the area. But for Saturday night, that's still pretty fucking good, because I can guarantee you that fiber optic is lighting up like my fucking neighbor's Christmas light display. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's on around this place. And I pay, if you're interested, I pay $100 a month for that. For what normally, like, say, like, on a slow day, I can hit 950 up and down on megs. Quake, I love Quake. God, I miss playing Quake. I did, if anyone remembers, what was it, Quake? Which one did I help carball? I think it was 2004. There was a carball mod that came out where you drove the buggies around and you just kick soccer balls around back and forth, and you got like power-ups and shit like that. I was actually one of the developers that helped design carball and made a shitload of map packs for it. That was a fucking great game. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was Unreal Tournament 2004, dumbass. UT 2004 had carball in it. That was fun. Rob Borals is around 16 milliseconds, but that's with Wi-Fi. That's still good. Wi-Fi always adds latency. So if you're at 16, that means what you're connecting to has a really good latency. So that's cool. Electron box is at 100 with 15. That's good connection. Like, I will never use gigabit connection. Like, I will never utilize all of it. But it's nice to have a gigabit connection, because then when it's a really busy night and you're only down to fucking 20 or 30% of available bandwidth, you're still okay. That's why I don't mind paying a little extra. I'm like at that point in my life where I can spend a little extra to get the extra overhead, so that when there's a problem, I'm still within acceptable limits, especially on a Saturday night where it's going to be busy as shit. Yeah, I don't want to go potato vision on everybody. Although I have, like, we've seen a couple times that the internet has failed, and somehow or another I managed not to kill the stream, and I rebooted the entire fucking network. That was what, 3 weeks ago? Midstream, I rebooted the entire network in the house to get a good connection. Craig Matthews, how do they go ping to PLP. There's no real smarts I know of. Or do you mean the exchange? Probably, oh, in the tiers, I know. Probably the exchange is what I mean. I'm not super caught up on how Verizon connects to like the internet kind of thing, if that's what you mean. I have like the vaguest idea. If I'm, are you putting up Christmas lights, Scruff? Not this year. Like, I want to get some shit sorted out with the house and all that, and getting it back and fixing it. But thanks for the reminder, because those I did put those up. But next year, yeah, you know, assuming life continues to be well, next year I will probably do something with the Govee, like whatever the next year, whatever the next year current version of the Govee outdoor lights that have been featured on eBay in a bunch of videos lately. It's like a, you know, a full programmable light set for your house that's made for year round. They just released their second version of them that are supposed to be better than the first, and we'll see what they have next year. But I will probably do something, do stuff next year, and then I'll be able to do holiday lights all year round with those things hanging out. But we'll see. But not this year. This year I'm kind of letting the holidays go past as I deal with still fixing the house from the people that were here previous. Chipmunk has a 6 millisecond ping. 75 down, 25 up, and you pay 20 bucks. That's fucking good for 20 bucks. Squeaks on 4010, nothing wrong with that. What's up, George Philpott? Welcome if you're just showing up. I'm still flapping my fucking jaws, so Treasure Boat like 2000 UT 2004. It was a game. Like I played that for years, but I was playing Carball for so long. I had some fucking dumbass maps on that thing too. Christ. PLP is the box where the fiber from your basement is spliced to the one that goes to the big, which goes to the, oh, okay. I don't know where that box would be. Like I got the alt, what is it, the ONT? Like I know a bunch of you know what it's because you said it. You know, I got that box downstairs. Was it on network terminal or something? Is that what that stands for? But like, yeah, it's weird. I can go downstairs and like touch the fiber optic. You can touch it for a quarter. But yeah, I know up there, like I know up hanging in the wires, there's one of the big splice boxes, which I know that's like a nightmare to set up depending on how many. But like this motherfucker, it's probably 2 feet long. Almost looks like a 6-inch square setup where there's just a, I guess that's, you know, where they extend the fiber. I guess that's where they get the dude out there that spends all day just going doop, doop, doop. But as far as where that taps into the, don't touch it, it's glass. Yeah, I wouldn't get anywhere. But as far as where it ties into a bigger box, I haven't actually walked the line to see where it drops. But that's something I can, you know, that actually I'm kind of curious to see like where the bigger box is. I'll take a look next time I go for a walk. What about if you don't have Wi-Fi 6 dangerous? What do you mean, Fama? It's not, I don't have 5G in the house, so I won't get the brain explodies. This house is so shielded, I'm amazed anything on Wi-Fi works. But as I've said a million times in the past, that's why I have so many fucking routers in the house. The reason the box is so large is the bend radius of the fiber. There's not a lot in it. Yeah, I would imagine so, just because that, I can't imagine that at a splice, it's a, like, I mean, maybe it is. I don't know if it's a perfect connection or if there's going to be that little tiny bit of mushroom just to make everything nice and spread out. And I have a spool of like 500 feet of Cat 5 downstairs, probably 300 feet on it, that I'm like, I'll end up using it for like LED projects or something. Because I have enough Cat 6 cable. Like, I'm not trying to make Cat 6. That's, yeah, I don't even, can like the average dork make Cat 6, or does that have to be professionally terminated? Because I know Cat 5 is just like whatever. The mushroom is a failed splice. Oh, okay. I mean, if you don't have Wi-Fi 6, it is super hackable. Okay, gotcha. Electron box. When my fiber was installed, they just poked it through the wall in a mess and connected it to the ONT. As soon as they left, I had the outside distribution box and ran a shorter fiber to the wall, to a wall socket. Yeah, like mine is just poking through a random hole where the old phone cord was. Like, I thought it was kind of funny. It's just like they just like toss it in there. I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I went ahead and I'd like dressed it up a little bit and shit too. Cat 6 isn't much of an issue, says Digital Toys, but Cat 7 is a bit more complicated. Yeah, Cat 7 is at 2.5 gigahertz or gigabits. Like, I have absolutely no use for Cat 7. I barely have use for Cat 6, but I figure if I got gigabit, a feed to the house, I might as well just get it all over the fucking place. Even though, I mean, like right now, let's see, can YouTube, let's see, hopefully the stream doesn't crash. Like, what is YouTube uploading right now from here? Like, not much. How is there no network activity? Pretty sure I'm still transmitting it because I'm still moving over there. I wonder if that's only paying attention to the wireless. Let's go over to performance. Ethernet is, yeah, it's averaging, it's bouncing between 10 and 17. According to OBS, I'm sending out at 10 megs a second. So I like having that extra overhead just because on a shitty night, you gotta have it. And I don't do much network transfers except for like movies, but that's fine. OpenReach do that here, Scruff Dog. They treat fiber like copper, nail it round the skirting board and the baseboard. Like, that just seems like they're awfully fucking rough with it everywhere. If you have the proper plugs and the right tools, you can terminate Cat 6. I guess Cat 6 is its own thing now. Like, I would assume that the Cat 5 crimpers I have would not work for it. But I'm fine. Just I don't do enough network work to warrant buying that. The only reason I bought the Cat 5 setup was because the entire house, I spaghettified the house in Cat 5. And I didn't feel like trying to figure out what size cables. I was just like, just run it everywhere, terminate it. And it was, I mean, that setup was what, $15 for the pliers or something? So Cat 5 shit was all cheap. Especially because I was doing that as Cat 6 was just starting to like kind of permeate. Like Cat 5e was like strong, because what I have is Cat 5e. Craig Matthews has a Crone tool that can do 10 gigabyte terminations. All right. Well, once you get up that fast, isn't like everything gold plated or some bullshit like that? The fiber open reach use is rated for crazy bends and rough handling. It costs OR more, but they know that they have contractors and they have customers. Yeah. Clean, polish the end of fiber run to connect the last I saw. Yeah, I would suppose it would have to be fucking polished clear to get the full signal through. I'm guessing they have special, like, do you have to use one-off blades, or do you get multi-use out of the blades even to cut it? It's not the Crone tool that matters, but the connector you put in it. That's what she said. Oh yeah. Does that still work? That is still broke. Alright. Shitty tool makes shitty connect. Yeah, oh yeah, any shitty tool. Yeah, when I got mine were Klein tools. My network and Terminator stuff is Klein tools, which in America is generally pretty good stuff. In the next few years, I expect a lot of to see a lot of customers who try to use Scotch locks, telecom connectors on broken fiber. Oh god, DIY fiber optic shit by some normie that doesn't even know how to turn on a light switch. Use a microscope for finishing the fiber. Ooh. Personally, I wouldn't use Cat 5e, but if you don't ever need more than 1 gig a sec, you're okay. Yeah. Yeah. The Cat 6 seems to be... That did help a little bit on the bandwidth messing around. Even though with 5e plugged in, like the router was still try to run gigabit mode, but it did seem a bit faster with the 6. That's why I just kind of went with that and everything. Oh, Christ, wow, it is late. Movie recommendations for those that are still around. Got this from one of the homies. A movie from, was it 1992? One of the OG John Woo, like, Asian action movies called Hard Boiled. See if you can find that. Even if you gotta find a subtitle version, like, it is a good fucking movie. I would highly recommend that movie. Hard Boiled. Very good movie for the nerd to nerd movie recommendations. Forgot about that. The plasma fiber splicers are amazing, says Big Clive. Like, I should probably look into that. As much nerdy shit as if I have fiber here, I should probably just go, like, look that up, see how that's done. Like, I ask a lot of questions about it here and there. I should probably just learn it and know it. Because I'm sure there's plenty on the YouTuber about terminating fibery optic-y stuffy. Cat 5e can go over 1 gigabit a second for short runs. I'm sure, but I don't know what is a short run in the IT industry, because most of my runs are between 25 and 50 feet of 6. Craig Matthews says, I repeat, do not look at the price of a fiber splice. Oh no, I've heard that. I've never heard the price. I've just heard them say, yeah, I've heard that before. And I'm sure if I'm learning the videos, someone will give the price and I'll just kind of pee a little bit. Fusion splicing is a piece of piss. I can imagine. Ichi the Killer, that was a good movie. I watched that a long time ago. Hand polishing. Yeah, I can't imagine hand polishing fiber optic. That sounds like a special kind of hell to get a really good connection like that. Oh, we got another ThermoWhoofle coming up in 10 minutes. Then we'll oh, yeah, it is 420 there, Jack Attack. I only have the one, the vape today. All my disposables are out. And I don't think any of my other batteries are charged because I had to run on disposables for a while. So, there's a toast to just getting fucked up a little bit. And I do still plan on probably the last Saturday, was that December 30th, of the Super Stoner fucking holiday New Year special, where I just try to get just try to get a little bit stoned, you know what I mean? I haven't gotten really stoned in a while. Chipmunk has gotten gigabit on 80 meters of Cat 5. Okay, so yeah, my shit ain't no kind of a long run. Isn't that what what does Amazon call them? The IDF closets or IDF cabinets? They're like all over the warehouse at Amazon. Is that like a repeater station, if I'm remembering right? Does that sound something familiar? Are you familiar with IDF closets or stations in having something to do with networking in warehouses? I feel like that was something for like repeaters, and like they just kind of spread it out, and you know, to get signal everywhere and yada yada. Let me know if I'm Chris 754A, what is the RGB light in the water bowl? That is a Halloween fucking dollar store, like literally cost $1. I have a couple of them. It even came with the batteries. I think they're 2032s, or are these 2025? Yeah, these are 2032, so I have like a million of them because I take all the half-dead batteries from work when the hooks break, and they're still they can't run a Bluetooth module for shit, but they work just fine on an LED. And it kind of works pretty good over the water bowl, so I kind of like it there. Seems like it works pretty good, just a little bit of a subtle thing, and she doesn't mind. Or Hime's fine with it. She's right there. That little white dot is her snoot. Snouty snooty newt. Sounds like a mesh network. I'm running one mesh on TP-Link. It's okay. Probably going to switch. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it runs good enough. It's obviously this is fine. Wireless works well enough. There's a bit of a delay as it hops from router to router, but because of the situation at the time, I couldn't go with like a good switch and relays and all that good stuff, and shit like that. So it just kind of hodgepodged it together as like a noob ass residential person, but it works, and the situation has changed. I could do whatever I want, but I got the equipment, so I'm just gonna kind of fucking use it. You know what I mean? Overclock your dad's mobility? Who has a mobility scooter? Like I'm probably like in a few years I'm gonna buy a wheelchair and start working on it to make sure it is straight for when my fucking spinal cord finally gives up. I do want a fucking hot rod. Like I think I may have an IC chair, like something with an engine, and then EV chair, something with like a high torque electric motor or high power motor, just to go balls out. Probably have wheelie bars on both of them. MDF main data frame. Let's see, fan plants. Yeah, there is a big MDF room. That's actually right next to IDF intermediate distribution room. Okay, yeah, the MDF room is actually right next to our workshop. For some reason, the door alarm goes off randomly. It's been doing that for 3 fucking years. They haven't figured out what the problem is. But no, that's cool. Yeah, so it is kind of like a repeater then. Scruff, you got Clive on stream. Yeah, he pops in and out. Do I scavenge the cells from the disposables? Yes, I do. I've only done a couple because I've only needed a couple, but like I have like, I don't know. It's right. I don't know, your typical small desk, you know, office trash can, like a full of disposables. I try not to get them that often, but because I don't, you know, I don't necessarily like generating waste, but I know I'm going to use them for something, but I try to stick away from them and just use, you know. Wow, Jesus, sorry. But, you know, the big battery pack, I mean, this fucking thing's like 6 or 7 years old. The 18650, it still works, and you just get these little C cells for like 25 bucks. And then you drop them on microphones and make everyone's ears bleed. Whew. Electric deck chair. I'm going to have everything electrified. As I'm redoing the house, I'm making sure everything has wheelchair clearance in it, since I'm probably going to retire in a wheelchair, which is whatever, that's fine. At least I know what's up. Basically, it would be somewhere a large number of cables ends up and then gets fanned out locally. Okay. Yeah, so I guess all that shit would be connected to like the 8 billion routers that are hanging from the roof and shit like that. That makes sense. It's a semi-mesh system. IDF is daisy chained to the MDF routers. Okay. So that's just industrial fucking mesh, you know, hardwired mesh and all that good stuff. I've never gotten that far into learning networking stuff. just enough to be dangerous and make it work at home as cheaply as possible, I guess. Rob Worrell asks Big Clive, hey Clive, did you ever see Photo Induction's video of the overvolted treadmill? He was watching you on his tablet on the handlebars, LOL. I think I saw that one. I have 4 cats, Lockwatcher. There used to be 8 cats here, and there are none on camera. Well, nope. There are used to have 7 cats. Did I say 8? 7 cats. It was Spaz, who's still here. Tiny Mama, who's here. Ronnie, who's here. Poofy Girl, Lee, who's here. And then the divorce thing, Larry, Trent, and Jeff left. Those 3 brothers and sisters left. So now I'm down to 4. 3 are family. 1 is old, like Spaz is old lady cat. She's like almost 12 years old. And they kind of like, they're kind of mean to her, but then again, like she's kind of mean as shit to them too. So we'll just kind of let them do their thing and see how it goes. But every once in a while, I'll let Spaz like come hang out with me in a closed off room just to give her a break, especially if it looks like that if it looks like she's been getting her ass kicked a lot. Squeak broke their rechargeable vape after 1 use. That sucks. Pamphlet, I have a DaVinci IQC BAP. I have no idea what that is, but I am curious if you would like to explain. Babushka. Sounds like something I would hear on Luna the Panther, or Pantera. I forget, is it Luna the Panther or Luna the Pantera? What is the actual channel name of the big old house panther? Was it Vensa? Is that the dog's name? Yeah, Squeak, how did your vape break? What happened? Not what necessarily what did you do, but what happened? Leaf vapes are pretty good. I don't know that I've had leaf. This old ass thing is a Cool Fire 4 Plus. This was like apparently pretty good shit back in the early tobacco vapey days. But I believe it, like it's pretty fucking durable and it's fully programmable and gives you your readings and I'm running 10 watts on the coil. Rob just posted a link to the photonic induction page of Clive. Feel free to click on that now or whenever. I'll be here for a little while. Getting ready to do another ThermoWhoofle. Babushka, like old lady. I gotcha. That's right, yeah. I knew that. Heard that somewhere. That's like the stereotypical, like, head wrap lady kind of thing. Let's see, let me check my mission notes. Let's see, January 6th. In case you showed up late, January 6th, I'll be at a work party, so I'm not sure how I'm live streaming, if I'll be starting here and then leaving, or just starting there for a short stream or something weird. I'll let you know. See, stupid things you've done with power tools. I tried to polish my teeth with a Dremel. Is Mr. Warwick still here, or did Mr. Warwick leave? I feel like they may have left. They were saying, talking to Clive about if they have overactive brains. And yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That's the only reason one of the only reasons I do cannabis. The other is it supplements me so I don't have to do so much Motrin for my back. Digital Toys is heading out. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. Is that a THC molecule on your shirt? See, I told you. Nah, this is capsaicin, the thing that makes spicy food spicy. I'd spoken earlier, I'm saying, I was joking around, I was spoken earlier that a lot of people think that's THC. Now, I tend to keep my THC in my lungs and in my bloodstream and in my vape. I don't actually have, I don't really think I have any cannabis t-shirts at all, do I? That's weird. As much as I fucking do cannabis, you think I would. Rob Worrell says cannabis is about the only thing that can calm my brain apart from the piano. Yeah, I need cannabis or else I fix forklifts all night. Then I come up with new projects and I fix this and I figure out that and I draw this schematic and I drive myself fucking crazy. Whew. Alright. Alright, let's go ThermoWhoofle with our custom thermal cam. Alright. There's Freddy hanging out. That's getting pretty warm up there because of this computer. Woofle. Well, that was a pretty good ring there. That looked like a pretty good roll. There's Freddy lighting it up. Let me get one a little closer to Freddy. Woofle. That was pretty close to all the dust bunnies too. Yeah, look for all the speckle stars. They're all the little dust bunnies that won't go away, but they look cool, so I'm leaving them. That's what all the little hot spots are. Look like little stars. Almost makes me want to put shit up there to like actually make constellations. Like roll into the dollar store and like I wouldn't want the big glow in the dark ones. They're too obvious. I always wonder if like little tiny push pins or something. Do a couple of constellations or something weird. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. Let me scratch my ear. Fix that and sling on back. Jean Robert saw 189 degrees. I wish there was a way to keep the max showing, but I don't know if there is a way to do that yet. But no, that's yeah, like everyone's trying to find the highest number. Like definitely keep an eye on that. I'm gonna fling it on back. Oh, I forgot to turn on that LED panel that's behind the rover, but I finally remember to turn mouses on. Oh yeah, that's another thing the Stream Deck can do. I'll be able to like hit a button and like plug in like Mouse's Etsy shop or like different like common links, you know, almost like macros that I can use for like chat and over in Clive chat to like, you know, the Thingiverse links you can find the Woofler and shit like that. So that'll be cool once that's built up because I can just put that on another screen. Where's Liz? Liz is in bed for sure. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, Chipmunk, and zapped. Scathe your ass or scratch my ass? I mean, scratch my ass. That's kind of side cheek. That's pretty high cheek. That's more side hip or top butt. 7, 10, 12 o'clock dots on the cam at the... Yeah, there's... That's because it's overheating. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it. That would be our final, I believe, ThermoWhoofles anyway, and it does run pretty warm. Like it's pretty warm. If I put a little cooling fan on it, it would probably help it out. I may do that. Get a little 40 millimeter and have it run like really low under just enough to not blow air on it, but to keep the air fresh and maybe move it over and attach it to the 1080 monitor. Here, hold on. maybe move it from here where the cord is sitting. I may move that to here, because this actually, like the fins in the back of the monitor, there's actually like coolish air coming out, as opposed to this, which a fucking monitor has a cooling fan built into it, and there is warm air coming up over here. So I may move it a little bit over here and just aim it just enough. We got to keep Freddy, we got to keep Freddy up there in the thermal cam views. So we may have to tweak that a little bit, but we'll see how that goes. Like the day I figured out my monitor had a fucking cooling fan in it, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" But yeah, that's how that goes. The Woofle code should be mysterious and cryptic on how to make one. No, I just have a million things that says don't make this ever, ever. What if you do? That kind of thing there. Looking forward to Clive and his melty cheese gun. Yeah, I thought about that. I'm like, string cheese, you can get some of them some bigger guns that have like nice, good stainless steel tubes going through them. It may be close goddamn enough to being sterile to like actually do cheesy stuff. That actually sounds tasty. Yes, Sparky, the fan in the monitor. It is a Acer Predator 4K monitor, 144 hertz. And yeah, it has a fucking cooling fan in the back of it. I mean, it's a nice monitor. It's just weird that it has a cooling fan, but it does its thing. Fan plant is out. Have a good evening. Be groovy. Freddy hates the president. Which Freddy? That Freddy? Your Freddy? Freddy Krueger? Squeak calls his penis the cheese gun. Thanks for sharing. Now everyone knows that. Nice. Lori says run an 80 or 90 millimeter fan at half speed, more air, and no noise. Well, anything with that, Lori, is I don't want too much air, just in case it would somehow affect it. I don't know. It's because I would be worried that the air blowing in front of it would kind of almost cloud it or interfere, because like when you see the ring going, it is clear, like I cannot see anything. So I'm but I don't know, like it may not affect it at all, but if you know what I mean, I'm worried that the heat coming off the camera going in front of the sensor might get picked up or act as like a fog. That's why I want just something real gentle, just enough to keep some airflow and then keep it away from that fucking overheating ass monitor. And that'll actually take it farther away from the big computer, which generates just a fucking ridiculous amount of heat. Right now it's running. Yeah, it's not bad. Just the big computer, because I don't have the Nook on backup. And that only records wattage on the backup side, is running about 280 watts for the big computer that is doing the streaming. The bottom computer is like the control panel area. Is it buffering, or is that just the feed being stupid? It's probably just the feed being stupid. Worth a try, but I know what you're saying, Lori. Yeah, I'll see what I can figure out. But yeah, I actually have, I have some 60 millimeter fans that I have no fucking use for. I could run one of them at like 7 or 8 volts, because I got a couple adjustable voltage regulators. I could tweak that down. I could put that right on the arm, because I have like a million neodymium magnets, like almost can grab them right up there. And I could put that 60 millimeter right on the arm, blowing upwards. Get a USB adapter for it and just plug it into something down there. Yeah, actually, that will work with the 60 millimeter. Just barely have it move in air, and I can even have it just not even blowing directly at it, but just kind of off to the side, just so that it pulls the air away and like kind of off at an angle, maybe. I know I'm way over fucking thinking this shit, but I mean, that's what I fucking do. Welcome to autism, you know what I mean? I'm almost out of tea. You know that, you know the stream's getting close to the end if I'm running out of shit to drink. And it's not a goddamn 12-hour stream anyway. The feed is fine, says Rifleman. All right, that's any like the dashboard, the YouTube dashboard. Like, I understand that they're gonna feed you just a lower quality just so you know it's working, but it's so lower quality you don't know. Like half the time the sound doesn't even work on it. Like after a couple seconds, it'll just. And I've also noticed it doesn't work as well in Brave as it does in Chrome, but I don't fucking feel like using Chrome because Brave kind of cuts a lot of the bullshit out. So I'm dealing with, you know, spiteful Google and Chrome shit going on as well. Squeak says, hey, I have autism too. See, of the 111-ish people that are watching, I'm sure quite a lot of us have autism to some level or degree, whether we necessarily know it or not. I didn't figure it out for a little while. Mr. A Cake says tea. Yes, that was blueberry tea. I get the celestial seasonings, like the sampler tea stuff, because the fruit flavor teas are caffeine free. Because I like drinking green tea, but even decaffeinated green tea is decaffeinated, and there's still like something in there that when I drink it, I stay up longer. But the fruit flavored teas have no caffeine in them at all. They're just caffeine free, not decaffeinated, so I can drink them at night, not have to worry about staying up late. And it's nice flavor. Edward Bird is here. What is up, homie? Do you play always fucking lethal yeah, hold on, let me minimize it. Look at my desktop. Lethal Company. Do you have Lethal Company, Mr. Bird? Who says good night? Someone said night. Is Mr. A-Cake night? That bird does not. You should buy Lethal Company. We need people to play Lethal Company on a live stream. I know you play the shit out of fucking Call of Duty because I always see it on Discord. So you should get that. It's $10. Oh well, sorry, it's $9.99. It's a fucking great game. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's fucking hilarious. We'll probably be doing a special like Saturday live stream sometime soon, so we can get like Brandon T. Weber wants to jump in. We might be able to get a couple other people from work, see who's got it. We got some people in Discord that want to jump in. You should jump in. That would be cool. You know, if things, you know, if it's allowable, if it works for you anyway, you know what I mean. Looks like Gearbox made it. Yeah, it does. It does. The fucking graphics are so horrible. They are awesome. Like when you run through and you're playing it, it is so bad. It is great. It's one of those things. It's fucking beautiful. Cell Shade Stat. Is that what that is called? Okay. No, I love watching. They're funny as shit, man. And the voice, proximity voice on it is the best I have heard in any fucking game. Any. You can go into the different environments, and if there's echoes, and if people in the next room, you just hear muffled talking if they're not on the radio, and then you're sitting there like, and you're just like, oh, he's dead. Radio is just cut dead. People flying by. Is it ending? Not quite yet. I mean, at this point, we're kind of rolling through. I'll go till 9 o'clock. I'll go another 14 minutes at least. I can give you that much. We can go out on the top of the hour toast. I already unplugged the thermal cam so we could, like, you know, not burn a hole in my desk. It's already cooled off, but you know, yeah, I've got fingerprint all over it. Set that down. What game? Lethal Company. It's this little indie game that came out that has already blown everybody away. All the AAA games wish they were as fucking popular as this game. It's like $9.99 on Steam. It's a really good game. It looks funny as shit. I've played it once, just running around like local running, like with not online with anybody yet. And it was, even doing that was just funny and fun. But once you start getting people together that really get into it, you can have a lot of fun and it's really goofy. Can you get it anywhere else other than Steam? I have no idea. Sorry, are you anti-Steam? Yeah, I don't know if it's an indie game, so it might be. I don't know if it's on Epic. Doesn't haven't one of them just shut down? Was it Epic or somebody else that just shut down and like gave all their shit to somebody else or something? I don't know. I may have been high at the time. What is my latency? I just refreshed. What? 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds. Not bad. Have you tested Elite Dangerous or Star Citizen? I have not. I've heard of Elite Dangerous. I've just recently really started hearing about Star Citizen. I haven't really looked into it though. But if things look good, we can always ask the channel if we want to spend some channel funds on, you know, if we want to get a AAA game, like I can pitch into it personally. The channel can pitch in on it, and we can, you know, get some big games. Yeah, as we go, see what's going on. No Star Citizen. Why do you say that, Squeak? You're playing No Man's Sky and Street Fighter. I've been playing Kerbal Space Program. The beta test for the new Backrooms Rec game is back up. Apparently it's multiplayer only, which is, I don't know how we're going to go with that, because you know how that goes if you don't have enough people, so maybe we'll get some other people in. And Decimate Drive, the one where you're running from the cars that want to eat you, like through the snow and shit, that is now in demo. So I'd like to get that back on here sometime, because that's a fun game. Blockwatcher, are you rolling out? If you are, have a good evening. And you are welcome. Thank you for stopping by. GoldenEye still go? Oh, GoldenEye, I mean, that's a classic. I don't actually, I haven't, where do I have that one? I don't even remember. I thought I smelled something weird. Maybe I farted. You should look at the Star Citizen 2023 demo. I will take a look. Star Citizen 2023 demo. YouTube. Shall do. Never say Star Citizen 3 times. It's like Candyman. That bloke will show up. What if you say never say Star Citizen 3 times, 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 never say Star Citizen 3 times. That was 6 times. Does that count? I can't believe I said that smoothly. I was actually getting pretty quick on that. GoldenEye runs at 15 frames per second. Beetlejuice, 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 Beetlejuice! Damn. Like, I'd be pretty cool if Michael Keaton just, like, rolled up saying, hey, what's up? Be like, let's fucking get high. You know what I mean? That would be cool. Michael Keaton seems like a pretty alright dude. That's a good fucking movie. I hear they're doing a 2 coming up or something like that. I hope it's not stupid. Because, like, I know it'll never be good as part 1 because the original Beetlejuice is fucking great, but anyone, oh my god, Maiwad. Jay-Z says anyone who's played Doom very much should play the Maiwad. If you haven't already, just played it recently. It was awesome. I just learned about that about 6 months ago. and I need to get some shit sorted out, and then I do want to one night sit down and play that one live with everybody just to see, because I've heard it is fucking weird. Yeah, I definitely want to get that. Being someone that's playing Doom since it was in beta, like, here you go. And if you bring up Doom, just in case you didn't know, on December 10th, which is the 30th anniversary of Doom, I'm playing Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom 2016, and Doom Eternal for like probably 6 or 7 hours or something on that Sunday. Let's see, let's flip to Doom. Some old ass shit in here. Here you go. You want a fucking classic? You want a classic? Can you handle this classic? Shoot. Oh yeah. Can you see that? Can you see that fucking classic right there? This is the one they didn't fuck up by leaving it in 15 years of development hell. Haha. Let's see. Where's my Doom section? Hey, speaking of, there's that. Still got that motherfucker. Well, that's one of the bonus discs. No, I'm sorry. There you go. Bam. Oh, and I'll get to the Doom stuff in a second. I got a lot of old ass shit in here. Oh my god. Phantasmagoria, one of the biggest, like, old school live action games. 5 discs of that. Where is... Oh, here we go. 1, 2, well, okay. Here's Doom. I'm just gonna hold this shit up. There's one section. And then you kind of get that in there. Turn that up. That's Doom 1.66, which is the one with 3 episodes. The black one is the Ultimate Doom. Then you got, what, this one is that one Final Doom? Doom 2. The construction kit and the golds there. The D-matches, like the D-match ones were always fucking good. Then you got all this fucking Doom stuff. That's is that, no, the other one's TNT and this one's Doom, is that Plutonia? I forget all of them. And then all the Doom 3s over here. There's a Quakey. I have Zap Sparky. This entire book is just burnt stuff, old stuff. Like some of you have probably never seen one of these. There you go. Shit. Let's see, what's the oldest operating system I have in here? I don't even know what the fuck. Some of this stuff is like, what the fuck? Let's see, Windows XP SP3 from January 9th, Corporate Edition, Windows 98 SE. What version of Windows is that? That is not an actual version of Windows. So I got Windows 98 SE burned. Ah, Windows XP SP2, XP Pro, XP. Ubuntu 8. Ooh. Far Cry, like the original Far Cry. Puppy Linux 5.2, of course. Built on the Cryptic engine, the old engine that was basically used to destroy your computer when you wanted to do a benchmark. Yes. Sorry. Having a little too much fun going down memory lane there. Squeak has an Atari ST We'll toss that boots. I have my Atari 2600 from when I was a kid that I have converted to USB powered and HDMI output. That eventually we'll do some live streaming with that old crusty busty on here too. Because that's still fun to play. The cam is set wrong, but it still does it. Okay. Any Windows 95 discs? I have a Packard Bell disc in there that I think is Windows 95, but it doesn't say what, like, that it has Windows on it. But the old Packard Bell Master CDs, I'm pretty sure that has Windows 95 on it. Or Crytek, yeah, sorry, Crytek, yes. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of SCP stuff, and that makes me think cryptids, and I've been watching, for some reason, like, SCP-096, the Shy Guy, like the thin white dude with the face that if you look at him, he'll just find you and basically destroy you. Like, SCP stuff, like, just started showing up in my suggestions a couple months ago, and so I've been watching a lot of Shy Guy stuff. Seems an interesting storyline, and apparently there's a whole thing to the SCP deal that I had really no idea about. Chipmunk still has a damn small Linux distro on CDR. I'm pretty sure I have some DSL in this one. Let's see. I remember damn small Linux. I used to love that thing. I ran that thing on my old 486 DX for a while after I got whatever, some upgrade, you know what I mean? Let's see here. Bob discs? I don't know what Bob discs are. One track. Oh, I got some, oh, where's that one? The Ultimate Boot CD2. MemTest 4.2 Xbox developer fucking kits. A ton, like pretty much every Linksys CD ever created I have, for the most part, it would seem. Nero 8. Windows 2K, Puppy Linux. That's weird how, like, some of this shit is just mixed in with other stuff. All my 9 Inch Nails videos. George Carlin. Then there's Sony drivers. Like, what the fuck? Need for Speed. Underground 2. Oddworld. Do you remember Oddworld? That was a good game. Clerks. The Mallrats. Grief. Some of the most weird fucking stuff. You just look back, you're like, what the fuck did I have that for? Clockwork Orange. That's a good movie. Ever seen Clockwork Orange? I'll have to re-recommend that next week or something, because that's a fucking awesome movie. I mean, it's a good movie, but you gotta understand the period of time it came from. That's one of those things you gotta remember. But yeah, Doomsbury, December 10th. Need for Speed Underground 2 would be a good stream one day. I think I have that on. I have one of the Need for Speeds on. I have a Modern Warfare 3 special edition Xbox and controller set, or Xbox 360 and you know, case and controller set. Like, I bought the whole fucking thing. I don't know if that's the one that came with the remote control car or the infrared or the night vision goggles I got. But I modded that. I took the CD drive out of it, and now has a 2 terabyte Western Digital drive in it with 450 full Xbox games, every Atari game, every Atari 2600 game ever made in Japan, Europe, and the United States. I think it's got Nintendo, Sega Genesis, emulators on it. A bunch of indie games, like a bunch of shit kind of doesn't work anymore. But I know I got some Need for Speeds on there. One of them I got a really bitchin' 240ZX that I just kept upgrading as I was playing the game, and that thing got really fucking good. Sorry, that's getting things thinking about all these old ass games. Squeak is in the general area where Clockwork Orange was filmed. That's cool. Donnie Darko. I haven't watched Donnie Darko in like forever. Knowing Nero classified you as old. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if I'm yeah, the Nero burning ROM, yeah, I had so many different versions of that. Mem test, yeah. Yeah, some of those ones I look at and I go, yeah, they might as well just sign my name. Yes, I am old. Especially the Packard Bell shit. Oh my god. I think the Packard Bell, I think that was, yeah, that had to be the Packard Bell. That was my 486 DX. So that had to be for Windows 95 because I got that at Best Buy like just as Windows 95 was like new hot shit over 3.11, which is what I'd been dicking around with for quite some time. American Beauty is my favorite movie, says Garbled User. Which one is that? Let's see if there's anybody at the cat house outside. There is not. American Beauty. Which one is that? Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. It's a pretty good movie. Spaceballs, the movie, is an excellent movie. Jean Robert, I watched that. That's one of those movies I watched way too many times, but whatever. It's a good fucking movie. Oh, 9 o'clock, top of the hour. Wasn't I supposed to shut up a while ago? Rob World, do you have the version with the Honda Civic? You can do the whole car with that game. I have no idea. I've never really wanted to do anything Honda in a game unless it's a Honda motorcycle. Because I got my CBR 600 that maybe one day I'll get running again, but I will probably end up giving it to my buddy. Like straight up. For him to restore it. Like the deal, I think I mentioned this once. I want to make a deal with my buddy that he can have the bike for free. The only thing I want in exchange is once he's done restoring it, I want to ride it one more time. And if I wreck it, I'll buy it, and he knows I'm good for it. But I want to ride it one more time before he sells it. That would be my only like cost, just because it was my first motorcycle. And I mean, you can't, like, sorry, anything Honda Power Sports, Honda small engines, like, they're absolutely top of every class. Honda Automotive is pretty good too, but as far as the Power Sports and small engines, like, you cannot, like, Honda small engines, like, especially their generators, their small engines are so good that even the clones are fucking good. Like, you know what I mean? That's how, like, even the clones of Honda, most Honda small engines are better than other engines because they're just so properly engineered. I know someone, well, I used to talk to someone that has, well, at the time I knew them, they had 3 Triumphs. They had, oh, what was the one we called the couch? Big Triumph. Not quite a full dresser, but we called it the couch. Then he had a speed triple and a speed quad and the couch. The big old fucking Triumph. Like apparently the speed quad was like a rare-ish one. The speed triple was what he was trying to get his girlfriend to ride. I think she did actually ride it every once in a while. Oh, Kanish Kavrikam. Yeah, once, yeah, is that when you say you're old because you know Nero? Yeah, if that's what you're saying, then yeah, we're, a lot of us are old. Poor Nero. Z1000. Have I ever been to Japan? No, I have not. I would love to go to Japan. Let's see if I can figure, what is a Z1000? Oh, okay. Here, I'll save you the hassle. I'll just go ahead and throw it on the screen. Oh, that's really, let me get like a better picture of it. Yeah, there we go. There's a Google search of it. It's a nice looking bike. I'm probably gonna get something that's more of a touring style, just to like kind of help my back out a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to keep that up for too long. I'll probably get hit with fucking copyright. Copyright is so fucking weird. The Royal Enfield two-stroke. I've seen one of those. Do I remember Norton Commander? I remember Norton Commander. Yeah, there's a good chance that one of those CDs has Norton Commander on it. Get a Grum? What is a Grum there, Econ 5 Kitty Cat? Get a Grum. I'm gonna go type this into Google and see what the fuck Grum is. Christ, here we go. Grum. Grum. Oh no, that is an actual bike. Okay. A Grum. Oh, that's not. What are these? Oh, they're mini bikes. Oh, good lord. They're like ice skate bikes. I'd have one on each foot. Get a Grum. I'll put you on a Grum and see what happens. Econ Cat. Actually, it's funny you have 5 in your name. You're just about. You're almost number 5 at Amazon. Ronnie's looking for food. Ready? Oh, and he rolled out. Okay. I'll keep the CatCam queued up in case he comes back. Small, yeah, little bikes. When I worked at Pep Boys years ago, that was when that whole mini bike thing came out, and we had a bunch of little 48cc bikes for like $400 or $500. But just just that pinch under the 50cc cutoff of where you had to do special registration and shit. The RR1000. I knew someone with an RR1000. That is a great looking bike. Let's see here. Yeah, Ash. Yeah, that's what Ash. Ash had. What year did he have? He had an older RR1000. Or do you mean the 1000RR? Do you mean the BMW? Because that's what I'm thinking. BMW. Oh no, an RR1. Yeah, 1000R. Yeah, that's what Ashy Poo had. An old Beamer bike. That was nice. I rode with him, like next to him with it, and the thing sounded amazing. You've ridden one, there's a video somewhere very reminiscent of a circus bear on a trike. Yeah. But they are fun as shit and street legal. Yeah, as long as it's got that small enough engine, you can kind of go wherever you want. Or the Honda RR1000. Oh, okay. Like the CVR 1000R. Okay, yeah. My little 600 F3 kind of shits. Apparently in 1995, the the CBR 600 F3 was like the hot shit bike. Actually, it looked a lot like this bike. Let's see here. My bike looks just like the bike there on the upper right. That's the fairing kit I have on it. I just don't have the wheels painted right now. That looks just like my 95 because I put a lot of newer parts on it, as well as a partially digital dash. The Honda Shadow. Who had a Honda Shadow? No, actually, I think Ash had a Honda. I think his other bike was a Honda Shadow. Or was that her? What's her name? I don't know. Somebody had a Honda Shadow. I think it was black as well. What qualifies as what qualifies as porn? Anything that makes you get a boner and want to go do stuff, or makes you get warm and fuzzy and makes you want to goose. I don't know. Please consult Internet Rule 34. If it exists, a porn of it also exists. I can give you that much there. Oh no, that's what that was. I know someone that had a 600RR that got stolen, supposedly, or it just got traded and stolen. I used to trash around on my friend Z1000G1. It was the 1170 big bore kit. Good lord. Stage 2 dyno, huge torque. Yeah, I fucking bet, Rob. Street Hawk. You mean the show? I have Street Hawk. I think I have the entire series of Street Hawk, if I'm not mistaken. TV shows. Yes. Street Hawk 1985. Wait, there was only one season of it. You gotta give my server a minute to wake up its hard drives. Rule 34, lineman's test set. Says garbled. Knight Rider, yeah, I have all the Knight Riders. Let's try again here. Where is Street Hawk? It is taking a while for that thing to wake up. That happens sometimes. That and the client kind of sucks too sometimes. We'll restart it as it's waking up. MB isn't too bad, but sometimes it does annoy you. But I think most of my annoyance with the MB server is the fact that my hard drives like to take naps. Yeah, now it's working fine. Oh, there's only one season of that. Oh, really? Well, hold on. How many episodes? Not many. 13 episodes. Team Knight Rider. That sounds familiar. What happened to your green supercomputer? What, that one? What do you mean, what happened to it? Asks Jean Robert. I think that's how you say that. Classic Gamer is building kit. I have considered building a kit thing, or, well, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that much to convert it over to car as well. I have to watch Berserk. Why do I feel like I've seen Berserk? Oh, that's a, yeah, hold on. Similar to what Clive has. We were talking, I have a similar set that has like triangles and spheres and squares. That kind of helps hold up the, keep the supercomputer from falling down. And then that one back there is the red star. Doink. When it's closed, it looks like it's on fire, so that's cool. You need the actor who did the voice of Kit. Who was that? I used to know their name. William Daniels. Okay. That sound, yeah, okay. Well, it is 9:60. What the fuck? I am still running my mouth. All right, yeah, you know what? Why don't we give this 4 more minutes? So we'll quit when it's 4:20 somewhere. We'll do a puff and then we will head out. Which means I should just about get the credits queued up. Because there's a lot of goofballs and there's a bunch more. Let's see. All right, we'll let those start rolling and I'll flip those on here in a moment. That means I'll need to move over here. I'll get ready. Do a poof. Well, of course, yeah, I have. We'll do our final puff in 3 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Let me try using the Stream Deck here. We're going to do a Luma Light. And then I'll hit the transition, but well, the current transition button, the temporary transition button. It looks like once I figure out how to really use this thing, it will be nice. It'll also be nice when Spotify fixes their bullshit so that I can get that linked up and done. And credits are rolling. I'm letting it like finish before we flip. There we go. All right. We'll roll credits for a couple minutes just so we can get through everything. There's Ron. Is that a fresh? Did you grab that link fresh there, Ron? Move that over a little bit. And over here a little bit. Thermal cam pen drag. Sure. I don't know if you're going to see a whole lot, but yeah, we can plug that back in. Well, let me move this back then. That was surprisingly quiet. I guess that mount is actually doing something useful. All right. I'll let the credits finish, and then we'll do a see if we can what we can see on the thermal cam with the vape. The vape. Alright, thermal cam. Oh, I'm gonna have to refresh that so it actually connects. There we go. Start success. Alright, let's see what we can see here. There's that. That's a scruff. Let's see. You can definitely see the heat. You can't see the smoke though. Whenever you run it that hot, pull a couple extra drags through to cool the oil off so it doesn't drip through the cotton and clog up the vape. That's why when you pull and it goes, it's because you ran your coil too hot. So after you do a long pull, oh, let me get something to drink. Ah, there we go. All right. Well, I guess I am going to head off and out of here. thank everybody for stopping by. And I will see you on Wednesday when we put an LED kit on the Perseverance Mars rover Lego blicky blicky blam blam whoop whoop whoop. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Oh, Ed Bird is getting Lethal Company. Very good. Maybe we'll see what's up later on. I got to get your Steam ID from you, or whatever ID we need. But yeah, I'll see everybody Wednesday, and then Saturday, and then Wednesday, and Saturday, you know, that whole thing. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Thank you for stopping by, and if you're still here and you haven't subscribed, you know, feel free to go ahead. But I will be out of here. Where is the button? There it is. I need to put that button on there. I might. I'm not sure how I want to do the start stop stream button, because that'd be a bitch to hit accidentally. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. So we are done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya.